Yo, beautiful people. It is Tuesday, the 1st of April, 2025. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by you guys. The culture, the only culture that goddamn matters. And of course, we are hosted by the best. No?
No, don't. The only culture that matters.
No? Is that a bit too...
Ma, I told you what happened.
Yeah, but why?
I told you what's happening. Please do not.
Why are you mentioning that now, though?
Because everything matters now. There are eyes on us.
Everything has always mattered to me.
That's what I'm saying.
To me. Anyway, how you doing, Brent?
Blessed and highly favored. Thank you very
Thank
much.
God,
How are
thank
you
God.
doing?
Yeah, I'm right, man. You know, can't
You
complain.
managed to get into work today?
Yes, as always. You know what I mean? I'm always here.
Yeah, you know, it has to change, you know, right?
Huh?
That has to change. Your tardiness has to change, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I operate on black man's time, which is the only time that matters. The only time that
I
matters.
just asked you to stop doing that.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Oh, man. You know, hey people's been trying to get me, man. They're trying to get me. They are trying to get me too.
Who's they?
They, innit?
I told you stop doing that.
Why do you keep saying you told me stop doing what? What are you talking about? Good morning, people. How's everyone doing today?
Let me do a quick roll call. All right. Good morning, beautiful, beautiful people. Good morning, T. Good morning, Energy. TT, Mr. Ashlows, Kel Bells, Bex, Crud Crow, Amy Snow Globe, Star Crow, Ghana Greatness, TC, DCF Mooks, Antonia Hansen, and that is it so far. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yeah. Ghana Greatness is right, man. Hay fever has been moving like debt collectors this year, man. It's diabolical, man.
I don't suffer from that too tough.
Yeah, man. Do you have to take a tablet every day?
I when it is, I'm feeling it a little. I take a tablet and it's gone. But obviously, you don't have that type of covering.
No, because I'm an African.
So you're weakened by
No.
by pollen?
No, I just don't have the defense. I've not needed to have the defense against European climates. You know what I'm saying? Because I never left. You know what I'm saying? I'm always there. So when certain
hay
people
fever is only in the European climates.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Is that right?
The kind that is anti-E, man, 100%.
Anti,
You know what I'm saying? Anything that's anti-me, one could argue is part of the white supremacist structure. I might go there with it today. You know what I'm saying?
You know a video you put in the group
What video?
yesterday and Margs responded. Doesn't respond in the group at all. But that's what he...
Can you imagine?
That's what brought him in.
And he was the only one that responded.
You know, Marvin sent me the same thing. and I had those... With the same thought in his head, yes.
But are we right, though?
No, it's not.
Okay. But there's a reason why he thought it too.
For the only reason why is that you probably sent it or you got drawn to it in the first place.
No, facially.
No.
What?
Nope. That girl looks good. Not the one in the video. That girl looks good.
No, but they have the same face.
No, they don't. And did you see the teeth? That looked like Kahal's teeth before he...
No, that's bad. Don't say it.
Inside joke. Only both
Inside
of us
joke.
can get it.
There's a reason he sent it to you. Separate. First time I'm hearing about it.
He only sent it because...
It's not just because of that.
100%.
So he was able to identify based off...
No. But the thing is, it's not even like that.
It is.
It's not. You're just seeing bulbous and you're thinking,
It's very similar.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
You know what? Margs might know, innit? So, you know, if he turns up, we can ask him. But if he's in the chat... Margs, what are your thoughts, man? Because everyone knew who I was talking about, though, innit?
Who's everyone?
I mean, to be fair, no one cared, innit?
All right.
Only Margs cared.
Can you realize you've put it in a group, right? With 3 black women in there. and you didn't even clock as to why only Marks responded. You didn't even clock as to why only Marks responded.
Listen, man.
You can't even help yourself.
No, but do you know why? Because I thought it wasn't. I didn't think it was a bad thing.
I know you didn't. I know.
Is that crazy?
But the thing is, you probably expected the women to participate.
Yes.
And I don't know why.
Because I just thought, it was a harmless, genuine question. That's why I wrote that there. Harmless, genuine question. Is it the same person?
But just deep it, right? Mm-hmm. That is a work WhatsApp group, right?
To be fair.
Just imagine you and Mark start getting into this particular habit, this tradition of sending in those types of media in there, and you're going back and forth. You think the girls are going to be participating?
No, but we wouldn't be doing that, though, innit? This was because this was close to home. So, so it was like, is this who I think it is? It was an honest, genuine question.
Yeah, I know.
Because when I saw it, I was like, what? What's going on there? You know what I'm saying?
As God's not witness, I don't think you do this in your work WhatsApp group.
Nah, because that's different, isn't it?
In your mind, it's different, right? You've made that separation.
I mean, if they all knew who the person I was thinking it was. Yeah, 100%.
As in, what?
To be fair, there's like 100 plus people.
It's probably crazy. Not. For you to let 100 plus people know that that's what your mind's on.
It's not on that. Morning, it's me minded.
Crazy.
Firstly, it wasn't in the morning.
Oh, it's night is better.
Afternoon.
You're crazy.
I was just shocked, innit? I was like, wait. Mr. Black Rob, he said, is he talking about Erykah Badu? What happened to Erykah Badu?
She basically collected an award and mocking the BBL culture. Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it, All
right, hold up.
Okay. Big up Erykah Badu. Miss Erykah Badu, the legend.
Who's the one who told me she was a...
What?
What's witch or something?
I don't know. I was just talking about her eyes.
Was it you that said that once you watch your eyes, then you're gone?
Yeah. It's a known thing, man, apparently.
Yeah.
That you don't, if you're looking at eyes, then you might just be the next person that falls deeply in love with her.
Have you ever been in love?
Of course, man.
What question is that?
100%, man.
What kind of question is that?
Hey, Charlene says she wasn't mocking the BBL culture.
Oh, serious?
Mm-hmm.
She just turned up. Maybe she was introducing an album or something.
Well, okay, I'm getting some ideas about this video now from the chat.
What was it?
Quad Crow said Erykah made that thing twerk. How? She got powers for real. Wow. But it must be to make a statement, man. Because this Erykah Badu is a respectable woman, man. Done a lot in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Made classics. In that particular genre, yeah. Who do you think? Who should I say? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Who's your go-to in that neo soul sort of category?
Neo soul. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah.
What's that? Music in it? Music and roots in it?
Yeah. Coming to break you off.
Yeah.
Name some.
Jill Scott.
Yeah, she good.
R.I.P. to Miss Angie Stone, man. Angie Stone. D'Angelo.
He's good.
You could put the roots in there, even though they're not like singing and that. But the sound. In terms of the sound, also Jay Dilla, of course, Slum Village.
Oh, serious, Neo Soul?
Yeah.
Come on.
100%. He made, again, that tune, didn't you know?
How do you
Erykah Badu. Amazing bass line. And it was used by J. Cole in the intro of his classic.
Don't get no pennies. Hold on. So on the front view, giving Deacon Johnson him a good view. I'm so happy like me. Hey. Don't get no pennies. Hold on.
There we go. Here's the context.
Okay. Big up Miss Erica Badu, man. Every time.
Eyes that hypnotize. The eyes that hypnotize. When's the last time you saw eyes that hypnotized? I saw some the other day.
Oh, was it? What happened, man? Did you look away?
No, I looked right in her eyes.
You got hypnotized? Why you lie yourself to get
I've
control?
been hypnotized though. I've been hypnotized.
Yeah, but it's not. Is that a good feeling?
Yeah, it's.
What about the lack of control on that?
Oh, sorry. Can you be hypnotized and still have agency?
I don't know. Did you consent to being hypnotized?
Can you choose to be hypnotized and it doesn't have the same effect?
No, you could choose to be hypnotized. Why wouldn't it have the same effect? Because you're saying, okay, cool. It's like me telling you about Miss Erica Badu. You know what I mean? You know now.
When I say have the same effect, I mean, like, choose to still have my agency.
What do you mean?
Obviously, when it's hypnotized, you lose control, right? And that's the standard. But can you choose and still hold on to your agency? So you're just entranced.
I'm not too
transfixed.
Sure, I'm not too sure.
Just in love in the moment, but like stationary.
I'm not too sure, man.
What's the discipline saying? Because I see good things all the time, right? I saw like a very, very good thing the other day.
Okay, then.
Right? And I parlayed and politicked. And I enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it.
As you should.
100%. 100%. But do I keep good things away from me?
I think you have.
No, I know I do. But is it a good thing to keep good things and then say it in a flipping guise of discipline? Should I indulge?
Indulge implies the wrong word.
Should I indulge?
Indulge implies the wrong word.
Say it one more time, like Dr. Umar.
Indulge implies the wrong word.
Wednesday.
Innit? You know what I mean? To be fair, yeah, because you are disciplined.
Very disciplined.
I feel.
Is it to my detriment? Don't I deserve good things?
100%. This is what I've been trying to tell you.
No, but if I start, then I may never stop. That damn.
That's not always a bad thing, though.
What?
100%.
For this?
If it is constrained to, you know what I mean? Then why is that a bad thing? In some cases, it'll probably only enhance you, man.
Enhance me?
I'm telling you.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
You have to go with it to find out.
No, because I have addictive personality, and when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I want more. Right? I want it in its totality. I want to consume it.
That's all right, man.
Swallow.
This guy.
Every Wednesday, yeah. Oh, we've got a good
we got a good Wednesday, man.
program for Wednesday for you guys. All you people who aren't active in our Discord, you're missing out on a treat. From time to time, we all gather and do nonsense.
But hopefully to a productive end.
I'll get to that because I want to know what your expectations are and what they aren't. What people can expect.
Honestly, I'm
and
going
what
in
they
there.
shouldn't.
I'm going in there believing it's just
No.
gonna be.
You need some context. We're going in where? What are you talking about? There are people who are now listening to this and don't know what we're talking about.
That's true. Firstly, pause, isn't it? Secondly,
Is it because it's good old male cast? That's why you said it.
no, it's just going in anyway. You know what I mean? You just got to be careful sometimes.
There you go. You pause for that.
That's true. Sometimes.
Yeah, come on, man.
Sometimes it's where you need to go.
That Dutch courage. Let's go. Go.
But basically, for context, like Brent's saying, yeah, tomorrow, on our normal Wednesday Asylum days, we've got an all-star studded cast.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? The cast is always star-studded anyway, especially
It is,
Monday,
it is. To be
Friday.
honest,
you know
once
what
it's
I'm
in
saying?
this room, you know it's legit.
True indeed. You know what I'm saying? But we got some guests from the community, man. And we're going to be having we'll get to the topic in a minute. But it's going to be me. It's going to be Brent.
Yeah.
It's going to be Mr. Black Rob.
Yeah.
It's going to be Joshua. Big up Joshua.
Come on.
He's going to be coming with the fighter spirit. This is what he's saying.
Crusader spirit.
You know what I'm saying?
a lot of those night emojis, memes yesterday. A lot of them, and I know that that's the vibe that we're encouraging. Do you know what they did?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And that's the vibe he went with. Jesus Christ.
And hopefully Marks will be in the building.
God willing.
And we got my good brother in the building too.
What?
Andrew.
Who?
Andrew.
Tell him who Andrew
King's
is,
monologue.
Oh,
You know
come
what I'm
on.
saying? History personified.
Mr. Historian.
Yes, history personified. If you don't know, go onto his YouTube page.
It's amazing.
And you'll see a plethora of like videos from all
It's amazing.
man.
It's amazing. You know,
Really put in.
He sent me a video yesterday of a stream that he did just the other day. Can you guess its title?
I need a bit more.
Yeah, I know. You probably just can't do this. I can do stuff like this, but I know you can't.
It could be about anything though, man.
I know.
You know, his knowledge is extensive, like Brent is saying, man.
All right. Hey, Brent. This is a topic that will make you laugh.
Okay.
And then he puts the link. And you want to just quickly just get up and read it?
Yes, one sec. Okay.
What does it say?
It says, why do black men like big butts?
This is a stream he did, you know.
Yeah.
This is a stream he did. So he went back.
He went back.
He went back and he educated.
This is it, man.
And he yeah.
It's not waywardness. It's just divine, right? It's just nature.
But he shall be here tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Please God. And obviously, these types of link ups may soon stop.
Yeah.
They may soon stop, right? Because obviously our content may be changing.
To some degree, yeah.
Yes, I believe it's going to be changing a lot.
I don't know why you keep bringing this up. You know, it's an annoying thingy. And you know, I don't like talking about stuff off screen, on screen. You know what I mean? But
The thing is, how are we going to basically broach it to them? Because obviously, I've been teasing this particular announcement for time. I've been teasing this for time.
Yep.
And I didn't think that when I shared it with you, you would have that reaction.
Why? Even if you ask anybody in the...
Because
Let me
you're always
relax.
talking about...
Let me relax.
You always talk about the bigger goal. You're always talking about
Not at the
what's the bigger
expense-
picture.
Sorry, go on.
You're always talking about what's the biggest picture and how black people aren't focused on long term, only short term,
Yeah.
right? So I'm there thinking, how is this not everything that you've been talking about? And you done say you would take money from anybody.
See, that's the misconception, because I never said that. You know what I'm saying? When was it? Was it last week? Was it Friday?
Would you take money from murderers?
Are they free? Are they out? Have they done their time? Listen, man. If you're taking grant money from the government, one could argue murderers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So where are we drawing the line? So perhaps it all depends. To me, it's if the agenda is aligned, isn't it? And if we can somewhat, you can't guarantee anything really, right? But if the agenda is aligned and you at least have confidence that it will remain aligned for the foreseeable future, beautiful. But if we have historical evidence that these things haven't always been the case, why would we risk it? That's basically my argument. That's my position.
But they've given us assurances.
Yeah, they gave assurances to the Native Indians, the Native Americans. Where they at? Respectfully.
Wait a minute.
No. Yeah, same sort of...
No, it's not the same, Emmanuel.
Okay, it's not the same. Obviously, it's not the same. Because, to be fair, though, let me not say that. I was going to say something diabolical, but I'm not going to say that. But what I'm trying to say is though, certain communities have done certain things and given assurances, right? And if you have a potential representative, I'll just say it like that, of a particular community coming to us and saying, we can do this and give reassurances like you're saying, do you believe the reassurances?
The thing is, obviously my role as CEO is completely different to your role, right? There's a big responsibility on my shoulders. And we've been doing TDA for 2+ years, right? And T&B has been in building mode for a little bit longer, right? Since the idea was hatched. And obviously the live show the idea was for the live show to be the thing that would give us what it is that we need. So I never expected for this to be put in front of us. I never expected all the money plus more to be presented, right? I didn't know that whilst we were diligently doing what we were doing, whether it was the events at the Ned, whether it was the conversation that we have here, whether it was the coalition, the envelope campaign, I did not know where that was going. But it landed on...
That's because they're always watching. I said it to you from time ago. They're always watching. No, it's funny how just last week we were talking about agents and stuff. I said this to you years ago. Agents will come in our midst.
So
it's funny how it's funny how that conversation and the usage of the words.
Sorry. We're talking around this. I need. Wait.
Yeah,
sorry, madam. I'm going to turn on the Discord, right? And as we continue talking, we're going to give a little bit more information, and I want some people to come in and give me their take on
good.
the question I'm going to ask after we give a little bit more context, right? Okay. Because I do want you all to be a part of this, even though. Is it too late?
To me, it's never too late, man.
Okay. All right. Finish your sentiment, and then I'll start with the context. Go on.
What was I even saying? Basically, I'm just saying you can't guarantee certain things, innit?
Yeah.
And we've seen. Yes, I was talking about agents and stuff. Again, I said this years ago. It's funny how now conversations using these particular words have recently just popped up, right? Funny how we're talking about this particular thing, yeah?
Yeah.
And the Kanye West thing just came out, right? You heard what he said. Granted, he said certain things before, innit? I'm not here to defend. I know the community.
Been saying stuff.
I know the community's gonna go all crazy now, innit? But he said certain things. And if people are really, really wanna like be genuine and see through some of the filth, right? Put his personal thing aside. Just assume that's a different messenger giving you some information.
Yeah.
Is he talking garbage in particular things? Is it worth the risk? It's silent, Brent.
But it's fine and dandy. When it is Kanye was doing his thing in his early days, you were giving all sorts of flipping excuses and justifications in this, that, and next, right? Cool. And now, when it is that you're now presented with this particular thing, and you're going on as if every single one of them is just wicked.
No, of course. No, I would never do that at all. I don't think anybody is just wicked. Like, impossible. Of course not. No, it's impossible. But what I am saying is,
we still have the controlling interest. So I don't know that the money could have come from anywhere. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know
it could have come from a collection of them interspersed with some of us, right? Yeah, it could come from one particular donor.
Yeah.
Right? And that particular donor could be a you who's backed up by a sugar daddy. Do you understand? And that sugar daddy be the
which is even worse.
Capitals along over there.
Which is even worse. Who killed Malcolm, man?
Well, I have my...
No, I'm talking about facts. Who killed Malcolm? Who killed all these people, yeah, that were doing certain things?
Look,
they use people. They use our community.
You have to be mindful. No, you don't. You can play. Again, the responsibility is on my shoulder. Don't.
I'm not playing.
You silly boy. All right. So basically, I think most of you all know that we're looking to raise money, right? And we were going to achieve this at the live show, right? The live show is still happening, by the way. It's not going to happen. But essentially, we may not need to basically do the live show to raise money anymore because we have been offered everything that we want plus more. It's very, 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 very handsome. This offer, this proposal is handsome. However, the individual or individuals behind this offer is of a certain persuasion. Mew.
This guy is bad.
I don't want this stream to pop down.
Yeah.
So each time it is, I've been hurrying the show and then heading off to Shoreditch.
Curtis Jackson, sorry. Curtis Jackson was like, did that emoji in it.
See,
Don't,
right.
Don't speak too soon. that was too soon.
Wait,
What?
he's
He'll come
already-
back. He'll come back.
Please
Don't speak too soon.
find your way on the Discord because I'm gonna ask a question, right? I am thinking this is too late for this conversation, and there's no democracy.
All right,
thing.
Curtis is back. Big up, Curtis. All right then.
Look, let me just see the number. The number we were looking for is 3.7. We've been offered 5, right? For the remainder of the equity. When I say remainder, I'm talking about the percentage that we're going to set aside on the live show. That's been asked after, you know? And we, as in TMB, still have controlling interest, obviously. And that's what I was telling Emmanuel. The money could have come from anywhere. On the live show, when it is that we put up the Cedars link and everything and everybody was going to do, the majority of it could have been bought by the same person. Do you understand? They've just realized what we're doing and they said, no, I can see what's happening, right? Everything that you've patterned up, everybody who's involved in this, you guys have made a unicorn and I want in. Early doors. Right? And this is in my head. Because of the God I serve, I am. You're kissing your teeth for. What? You're kissing your teeth for.
Reflex. I
use God all the time. It should be all sorts. All these different blessings.
Is the God still the same God though, by the way?
What are you talking about?
The God you serve and the God of them.
Are you saying...
Is it the same link? Is it linked in some capacity?
Doesn't matter. What does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Tomorrow we'll talk about that. Today's not the day. But anyway, so we've been offered the 5, right? And it's from a particular community, right? And my argument is, we've got the majority, right? We've got the controlling interest, right? What's the problem? If this gives us everything that we need, the spearhead, supercharge, build out, even quicker now, obviously. What's the problem? What's the problem? So the question is, community, would you take the 5 mil? If it was given to us by Mew. This is a decision that has been put to me, and I shared it with Emmanuel yesterday, and he was ballistic. He was beside himself. I've never seen him so incandescent with rage. I've never seen him so disrespectful with the tongue that God put in his mouth. Never seen him so disrespectful.
Why are you expecting anything different? Because I don't come here every single day.
But you come late. Sometimes you don't turn up. When is it you're not here? You're in a different country. In a particular country, it's where is it? Where is it? Connecticut? Where did you go to do the conference?
Oh, Chicago.
Chicago.
Big up Chicago, man.
You know?
Yeah, I'm doing
minding
some
other
real
people's
work.
business other than TNB's business.
It's all linked.
How is it all? Yeah, it is all linked.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much.
For you, it's linked.
No, it's linked for everybody. It's about a strong black network around the world.
But listen,
the world.
Emmanuel, the money could have still come from there on the live show, and we wouldn't have known.
No, but we were always planning to vet certain things. You know what I'm saying? The piece ain't just going to jump into an account.
I always said, if before the live show we are approached by certain investors, then yes, we can basically have conversations about who basically has the equity, right? But the live show is going to be crowdfund on Cedars. I'm not going to be able to say, yep, no. That's not how it works. Are you in this conversation?
Yeah, man. I'm just literally talking to Stephen because Stephen's basically saying, why is Ben talking about this now? So big up Stephen.
I didn't know he was tuned in. I didn't know he was tuned in.
Stephen's always watching, man. Stephen's on my side. Just like them. Exactly. Just like them.
Oh man. Anyway,
Big up Stephen.
Emmanuel was incandescent with rage, right? So my question to the community is: should we go ahead with taking the money? It's 5 mil. Should we? Yes, or should we no? I'm not doing a poll. I want to see in the chat. If it's yes, then it's thumbs up. If it's no, it's thumbs down. If anybody wants to join the Discord to ask for the questions and whatnot, please do so before we move on. But that's the simple question I'm asking, right? For the greater picture, should we take the 5 mil or should we not?
Is 5 million even that much in the grand scheme of things?
Well, we're looking for 3.7.
No, in the overall grand scheme.
Talk to me what that means.
Kanye
Like,
West. I don't want to make this Kanye West here, but when Kanye West had his issues. By the way, I'm not too sure. Stephen might have just messaged you. Yeah. When Kanye West had the whole issues, yeah, what was he saying? He was saying that when was it Chase? One of the banks closed down his accounts. Yeah, he had 230 something million in cash in his account. 200 something million. What's 5 million? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot now, but in the grand scheme of things, is it really? To have, obviously from your particular argument is there would be no control, right? It's more so just aiding the entire vision or whatever it may be. Obviously, I doubt that, innit?
Steven didn't message me.
No?
I don't know why it is that he's just messaging you. Maybe he doesn't want to
Disrupt.
distract me. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so let's see the thumbs up. All right, so Emmy's thumbs up. Crucial J, creative control, of course. Yes, 100%. And I keep telling that to man, his mind's like, it might change. I'm like, how is it going to change? How is it going to change?
I can't remember the story of, is it BlackRock, yeah? BlackRock might even know this, yeah?
Nina or Nena, thumbs up. I don't know why people are saying no. I've asked you to put thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm not looking for no's.
No, but so not everybody knows the emoji.
thumbs up?
Where to find the emojis.
You want the emojis?
No, it's just easy, man. No means thumbs down.
But I can't read it like that. I want it to be visual.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thumbs down, people, please.
God
Let this guy know what we're talking about. Because what? Again,
Sorry. Good morning, Christy.
Sorry, I'm discombobulated now. Is this a joke?
No.
Because I don't want to invest my emotions in a joke right now.
Thank you.
Real talk.
No, please share your opinion.
No. I'm not doing this because it was today, 1st of April. I ain't got time for no April Fools.
I didn't even clock.
Because you
you
better bring back that flipping tune for me because I will go off right now.
No, but
I've
actually
even
retired the
but
tune.
I get it though. You see what I'm saying?
No, bring it back. Even bring it back.
I don't have it.
Bring it back, because if this is bring it back. And Brent, I swear to you, I swear to you, I will come. I'll 100% fight you. Or 100% come down to the studio.
Sensational.
I'm not even joking.
Come on.
So, no, before I run my pressure up this morning, he's not joking. Thank you, son. I'm not joking.
You know what I'm saying? Big up the young king. You know what I'm saying? He knows. He knows.
Thank you.
No, but obviously,
Please,
we've got.
Can we talk? Are we being serious right now? Please.
No, we'll no, because obviously Christy's
I'm not
part of the family, so we can talk to Christy afterwards, isn't it? Because at least, yeah, you'll be able to lay out some more of the details.
Yeah.
Because obviously we all know Brent's not an idiot, right? So
Impossible.
You know what I'm saying? He's not just accepting foolishness, right? But it does come with a level of belief and faith in it. At least from my perspective, right? That I guess for you, you're kind of seeing it as no, this can be controlled. This can go in a particular direction. That's still wouldn't be in our hands, innit? So because a lot of that is intricate and whatnot, we can kind of feel Christian afterwards.
You know, I'm in a conflicted state. Do you know why I'm in a conflicted state? Because some of the thumbs down, they're not investors.
Say it ain't so.
Some of the thumbs down, they haven't even invested.
How do you know?
Do you understand?
How do you know?
I don't understand this. And maybe Joshua could help me understand this. Because I believe that this is one of the gripes that Joshua has, right? We look to basically stymie ourselves, right? We need to cut off our nose all the time to spite, right? Here's an opportunity. Laden with blessing, mind you. And the same thing could have been true, like I said, on the live show. I don't know who's buying at the time. I don't know. So this could have easily happened at the live show. Right? And I don't know the heart of this individual. I don't know if they were moved. Because I remember that same viral pastor that went and what was his name? The one that we were talking about that Ejini was there saying that I didn't share. But there's a guy who
yesterday.
Yes.
I think it was like Philip something.
I don't know what his name is.
Mitchell or something.
I don't know what his name is. It doesn't sound like Mitchell. Is it? I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
But the people who he approached were the same people. And God moved their heart to basically give him the deed to that particular place. God moved their heart. Why can't God be moving this person's heart? I'm a Bible-believing Christian. Do you understand?
Hey.
Everything I've done, I've committed it to the Lord, my Lord. Do you understand? I've been moving in that same faith.
I was right, by the way. Philip Anthony Mitchell.
All right, okay.
Sorry, go.
Yeah. Ed shared a video of him just yesterday in the Discord. It was such a beautiful video. Somebody, a family from Canada, drove for 7 days. I think they sold a house and drove to join the church, basically. And during one of the services, it got like announced in some sort of way, and he called them up to the front. And in the end, he basically gave them $50,000 and also a job.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a beautiful exchange, a white family. I see all that to say. Basically, I've only dedicated my thoughts, my walk, my words to Jesus Christ. So how is this? How am I supposed to be like looking at this anyway, other than a blessing?
Because sometimes blessings come, I don't know, man. Something is wrapped in a perceived blessing, and it may be something.
I need you to explain to me the difference between taking this now or taking it at the live show.
Yeah, but why do I have to explain the difference between the two? Why can't somebody else have filled in the gap? Why does it have to be only them?
The hypothetical you're talking about.
Yes.
You're crazy.
You're dealing with hypothetical as well. You're saying...
I know, it's in my... What are you talking about?
No.
It's in front of me.
Yes, but you're comparing it to the live show. So the live show hasn't happened yet, innit? So you're basically saying, if it happens now or during the live show in the future, I'm saying, during the live show, we'll have our own people who listen to the show, who understand the vision of TMB, because we would have put in the work in since up to the date, saying to themselves, we need to jump in.
Like the people who are putting their thumbs down who haven't invested?
No, the thumbs up people. The thumbs up people. No, that's not fair. Some of them have. Aquia, big up Aquia. She said, I'm an investor here. Thumbs down.
Come on. And she said some down.
She said thumbs down.
Some down.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm an
going to
investor.
check to see how much
This guy.
It's weighted.
You've got a thumbs up though. A Boogie. But then again, it's A Boogie investor. Because...
Why you say that? Like the A Boogie wouldn't invest.
What? You just said the same thing about people putting the thumbs down.
But it suits my purpose now.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
TJ, I think he's an investor.
Big up TJ.
Yeah. I think TJ is also a rock climber.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about TC.
Is that right?
I think
TC is an up of mine, I think.
No, just in the chat.
To be honest, I don't have the ups. I have people who think that I get about it. Get on to me. I don't know. It's all for the entertainment, people. Anyway, I think we've got enough feedback. It is the rock climber, TJ. I knew it wasn't TC.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
And the
my
skier,
mistake.
and the skier. Look, he's got more to his plate.
Okay.
TC, I was joking. I didn't really mean you. Don't worry. My only up is shadow Ness. Swinging from Emmanuel's nutsack.
This guy. See what I'm saying?
Swing. Ouch. Anyway, so tomorrow,
Yeah.
we were talking about tomorrow. By the way, I'm gonna take on board all of the feedback I've gotten. Obviously, it's 5 million. Do you understand?
In the grand scheme of things, Brent, I keep trying to tell you.
And you have so much faith in
our people.
our people
100%.
to go by past that.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
To be honest, I don't even need to be greedy. We need 3.7.
Yeah, we don't need need 5. Yeah, exactly.
The rest of the thing is not even. That's not what I care about. To be honest, because we don't need that. 100%.
Exactly. Because if they now see you in a new car chain, they'll say you took that. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna see me in that. They're gonna see me in that. No way.
No, but
you
you're
think
right.
I'm changing my wardrobe and stuff?
No, but this guy.
You might see like new computer and like sound equipment, but yeah,
There you go.
I don't. Yeah, that's not my steez, man. That's not my flex. Gams.
Black Rob said, I think Jin just said the same thing in a different way as Black Rob. Do we know why they want to invest? I guess for the same reason everybody
Because
else
they
wants to invest.
see the value. Literally.
Yeah, every person with business acumen, 100%
Precisely.
will
Do
see
you
it.
know how good they are at spotting talent?
Can I tell you something?
And why do you think that they own all those particular record labels?
Yeah, why do you think that we only talk about killing ourselves? Why? You know what I'm saying? All right, then we can stare. When we control, we can stare. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't want to paint everybody with the same brush. I'm not only saying this for entertainment purposes and whatnot, but I am saying there's truth in the nuggets. You know what I'm saying? We just have to be careful, and I think that's what the community is pretty much trying to echo, innit? That's basically what I'm saying.
Anyway.
Yes.
So tomorrow we have a star-studded panel.
Yes, we do.
Like I said, we may not be able to. I probably shouldn't have said that in the first place because that suggests as though creative control is now being usurped. We will be having more shows like that, 100%.
Yes, 100%.
But the language, in fact, again, it sounds as though they will have an effect on the creative control. I remove that. We will be as flagrant as Emmanuel has been before, and Ramsey.
For sure.
I may not do it. It's unbecoming of me. Anywho, so tomorrow is going to be a good one. Emmanuel, what should they expect and what should they not expect, right? Because obviously the Discord chat was...
Fiery.
I think it was nice. I like that, you know? And I didn't see any hostility at all.
Yeah.
Absent entertainment.
Yeah.
So, what should they expect tomorrow?
I think one.
Are we starting at 8?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What time you start? Earlier.
No, I'm here. We didn't start 8 today. Is what I'm saying.
The man was trying to.
Yeah,
you know
there
what
you
I mean?
go. Yeah,
Meander
yeah.
and things
Yeah,
of that
yeah,
nature.
sure.
But tomorrow that ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But basically it's gonna be one of those episodes where it's gonna be a lot of knowledge disseminated. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of I guess perspectives.
When you say
being
knowledge,
shared.
as in information,
Yes.
because knowledge suggests some aspect of truth, right?
100%.
All right, cool. And you're speaking for yourself and Andrew?
No, and I believe the other guys as well.
Good.
100%. I believe everybody.
Good.
And to be fair, I'll be honest with you, I do feel like we're going to agree on a lot of things in the room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully everybody walks away with a bit more in their arsenal. Not for ourselves though.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? Not to aim at ourselves.
Sorry.
Hello?
Sorry, is Andrew the one that wouldn't confirm he's with a black woman?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think so. He has 3 black
Yeah,
children.
3 black children, man.
Yeah, he said black children, but never. Okay. What does that mean?
No, he. I think he's with a black wife.
Yeah, he's
Like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no
Okay. He didn't
no
confirm
gray
that on
area.
the live.
He
okay.
might have thought, it's no one's business, isn't it? Because sometimes you keep certain things to yourself, innit? Just to be thingy. But yeah,
No, because he said black children,
Mm.
but just never said the wife. So to me, that sounds suspect when you're skipping.
No, but that,
But
yeah,
anyway.
we it's
Let me not start.
it's definitely the case though. Don't worry, it's definitely the case.
Okay.
But what was I gonna say?
Good morning, Gooders.
Big up, Gooders. Is he in the
Good
Discord?
morning,
Yeah.
brothers.
Okay.
Good morning,
sister.
morning. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm wicked.
Good.
Did you hear the question?
How
that
you guys?
We asked. We're blessed and
Yeah,
highly
all
favored
good,
over
man.
here. Did you hear the question that we asked a bit earlier?
No, I've only just logged in. I usually just log in just before work and that.
All right. Just so that you're aware, Gooders is also a new investor,
Big up, Gooders.
Indeed.
and you only joined the community just a few days ago.
Discord, yeah, but I've been listening. I don't know. Like I've first venture into you guys was listening to 3 shots. I knew of Marvin before that kind of thing, and then I generally just started watching the others, the No Behaviors,
Yeah.
and the other shows, and then run into you guys a few months ago. Just been jumping in now and again, but
Yeah.
for some reason I kept on missing the fact that you guys were looking for investors until last week. That's when I started looking more into it, researching it, and then I just asked the question, and luckily you guys put the link up in one of the YouTube channels. So I went into there, had a look, did some reading, and I thought, yeah.
All right.
This
So
is-
you're
this is
still
what I've been-
you're still like kind of you just touched the brim, right? Because you've been asking quite a few questions, right? And
Yeah,
I'm
I've
sure
been speaking to
a
Stephen.
lot hasn't been still conveyed to you. And I swear I sent you an email asking you if it is that you are free.
You did. I just haven't replied. Yeah, you did.
Well,
supposed
we're
to
here
meet
now.
up
We're here now. Are you in London? Do you want to meet me in Shoreditch after the show around 1:30
today.
today?
It's gonna be hard, but I could make it work. I'll reply to you, bro.
That sounds like a no, sir.
No, it's not that. It's a no. It's, wife and kids, 5 children.
okay.
I'm a busy man, got business ventures to deal
Amen.
with, so I can't always do what I want.
Amen. If it's
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But I'd love to meet up with you.
all right, I'm only offering this because it's going to be hard for me to jump on a Zoom or a Teams over the next couple of weeks. Do you understand? So I know where I'm going to be today. So if it is that you can, cool. I will be in the same place on Thursday. So if it is that you prefer that day instead, cool. But like setting aside time to do the Zoom,
Thursday sounds good though.
okay. Cool. We will organize
Thursday
that.
sounds good.
We will organize that.
But yeah, just the more I listen, the more like I've been about this life for some years, but just hadn't connected with people that want to do the same thing, create something that's for us, champions us, and just cuts out all the other BS that other media corporations put together. Because end of the day, we all know everything is controlled, and if you don't have some kind of economic and one voice, you're gonna run into problems, man, and we'll just get attacked right, left, and center.
Is everybody hearing what he's saying?
Yep.
So just so you're aware, right, Mr. Godders, he has basically invested, and he's also asked how he can help further, right? Now this is why I extended the personal invitation for me to walk him through what it is that we've been working on, right? Now he doesn't know that. Obviously, I've now told him that. That would have been a very interesting conversation because his mind would have been blown, completely blown. But Thursday it will be, right? But I want you all to understand, this is what we need from the community, right? This is what we need. We need people to stand up to say, I have resources, I have the will, and I want to basically present it to you so that we can build this thing together.
True indeed.
This is what Iman's been talking about for the longest while. And this is why it is that he's pushing back on me with this offer from this wealthy patron.
Benevolent person.
Question, goddess. Question. Since you weren't here before. So basically, obviously, we're looking to raise 3.7 million on the day of the live show, right? In October. Cool.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I've been presented with a £5 million proposal from one individual. And that particular individual is from a particular community, right?
Okay.
Mew.
No, say no more, mate.
All right, then.
Would you accept it? See, now, as now you're a stakeholder, Goddess, you're a stakeholder. Would you accept it, or would you say no? Let us wait for the live show. We can get that money without having them be involved.
An emphatic no.
Talk to me.
No.
See, I can listen to what he is saying because he has just recently become a stakeholder. Talk to me,
100%.
Goddess. Talk to
That's
me.
true.
This is part of our general community, so I'm not gonna attack anyone specifically.
You don't have
but
to. Yeah.
yeah, this is what systematically happens time and time again. We're entrepreneurial by nature, just black people generally. Many of us are very good at it, like you guys. But it comes a point where we all, at some stage, okay, let me not use the word sell out, but we give up what we've built for not much because I don't think we fully understand the enormity, the huge opportunity that awaits us if we keep our things with ourselves. I understand investments come in, you need to, progress and build things further, but you have to draw a line from the offset that you're not going to, regardless how much comes in, because we know they have more than us. Finance. This is their world, isn't it? So the only time they can destroy you, they fund you to destroy you. I said that in one of the other calls a week or so ago. They only fund you to destroy you. So let's entertain the idea that this person invested. He'll okay. I've seen some of the share breakdown, but he won't be a majority stakeholder.
And that's all I was telling everybody.
Yeah, he won't be a majority stakeholder, but he'll have a lot of influence. And 9 times out of 10, when this happens, companies get taken over, directions start changing. What the company set out to do suddenly becomes different. Classic example for those who may remember back in the day, Choice FM. Now, everyone knew what Choice FM was about back then. It was for us, generally speaking, blah, blah, blah. And what happened? Got taken over. There's many examples from the US to the UK of examples of others coming in, buying in, and ultimately changing the core values of what that business was about. And even at this early stage, we can't afford to let that happen. That's all I really want to say. Obviously, we can expand on the reasons why, but at the end of the day, come on, you can't. If you want to do something for yourself, for us, we can't let outsiders in. We can't let those who are compromised in. Yeah, their agendas 9 times out of 10 won't align with us.
This is it.
Goddess, thank you, Mano. Is it because I have just kind of fixed my mind to not receive the words you say? Because you said the same thing to me
Many times.
but I'm swayed.
Good. It's because obviously we talk about these sort of things all the time, innit? But now you're hearing somebody else outside of me, outside of our circle, who understands what we put into this and believes in it and believes our people also can believe in it if they just know talking to you. And he's not just saying stuff. He showed and proved it.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He wasn't like Black Rob putting his thumbs down.
Come on, man. Come on.
And still not putting it. Yeah.
Stop it, man.
I even speak from experience because back in the day, I've had a few music label deals on the table.
Serious?
But when I read the contracts, and I said to myself, nah, bro, I'm not gonna be the earlier in my life. I'm not gonna be the millionaire or have the cars and the house and whatever from then. But integrity and pride and self preservation means a lot more to me because when I was coming up, obviously things were a lot different. Money was offered, and 9 times I like to read things before I get into anything. But many of us, unfortunately, they just see the flashy things, the money, and they just jump. They just do it. I get it, but not all of us are built like that. So unfortunately, it's just how we have to navigate this world, man. Because temptation's a mother, man. You know what I'm saying? So end of the day, we can only do what you can do, innit? What you're built for. And I know, I believe you're a religious man, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm religious, but I don't subscribe to Christianity.
Nah, you don't need to.
I just believe there's something bigger than us that pull all together. I'm God fearing, but I'm not gonna call him God, Jesus, whatever. But I just know there's some kind of entity, some kind of supreme something that put all this together because nothing is by chance. And but in terms of belonging to a, I don't know, religious outfit, I'm not really on that kind of thing. But I know my spirit is good. I know I want to do good for us.
100%.
I can see things for what they are, and try and do best as I can. In generally speaking.
100%. Brilliant. So reply to my email Thursday if it's more convenient. Cool. We meet up on Thursday, and like I said, your mind will be blown, young man. So
okay,
you can have all the questions you have for me, and obviously I will fill you in with all the things I believe you don't know yet. Yeah. And I think you realize that even in you looking to first jump on Discord, because I remember that a few days ago, and get involved. Best decision you ever made. Best decision, and it's best decision for us also. Yeah, because we've now worked.
Yeah, you can see how fast. You can see how Stephen will attest to how fast things move because I first heard about it obviously last week that the investments are going in. Yeah, did a bit of research. Yeah, logged in, asked a few questions, and then the more I read, the more I just went into a labyrinth. Of information and exactly what I've been doing. Like even when I used to do music, it's all I ever preached was us together, peace, love and harmony, community building. That so many times I've come under challenges and just couldn't get to where I needed to get to, and just so happens it took some time, but you guys, TMB is here now. You get what I'm saying?
Come on, you even said it right. You even said it right. Bet people don't say it right. That's what I'm talking about. But like I said, you only just scratched the surface. But don't worry, Thursday you'll find out. Anyway, Goddess, thank you very much and have a blessed morning.
Yeah, man.
You too, bro. Last question.
Yep.
Are you prepared to fight?
100%. As in physically?
100%. No. None of that. Nah, I'm talking about because they're going to come for us.
No, I keep telling everybody who is in this family, I don't think they understand just yet how much we are going to be having to fight from all.
Yep, we're going to fight.
All angles.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%, man.
I'm ready.
All right, cool.
I'm ready.
It's a breath of fresh air hearing this from.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I mean, from the community, man.
It really is.
Big up Goddess, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. And I think you just weren't listening to Iman because it's you know him. Sometimes you need information to come from outside sources to take it in better. I find that because sometimes people tell me stuff, but then if I go and receive it from other sources, I take it in better. So it's just, I think complacency settles in now and again.
Fair. I don't know if it is. I'm gonna take that on board. I'm gonna ignore him in the future. You only see a sliver of him. I've known him for my entire life. But thank you very much, Goddess.
All right, wicked, man.
Right.
We'll catch up on Thursday.
Cool. All right, Christy, any parting words before we crack on with the show?
Brent, don't let me pull up to the studio. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
let me send you a message. Let me send you a message.
Yeah, I know. Maybe this is your ploy, because you know I told you I'm not coming to the studio. So now you want to do this? I can come to the studio.
This is the only way I can get you here
Can you
to kill me.
imagine?
Can you imagine?
Kill me.
Can you imagine? Anyway,
Thank you very
don't
much,
run my
Christy.
podcast out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Eddie. Bye.
Bye. You say Eddie? You say Eddie?
He's there, but he's in him. So he's in the background, provided the adults for their benefits.
All right then. Good morning, Eddie, man. Yeah. Come on. Let's get in to the headlines. All right, people. So, first set of headlines. The UK is expecting to be hit by new US tariffs on Wednesday, people, tomorrow, with Downing Street indicating a deal to exempt British goods will not be reached in time. The US President Donald Trump has said that he plans to unveil a raft of new tariffs or import taxes on the 2nd of April, tomorrow, on top of a 25% levy on cars and car parts, which has already been announced. Over the weekend, he suggested that the tariffs would hit all countries, not just those with the biggest trade imbalances with the US. The Prime Minister's official spokesperson said talks on an economic deal between the two countries to avoid tariffs had been constructive, but he did not rule out retaliating if they were imposed on the UK. So he went on to then say, when it comes to tariffs, the Prime Minister has made it clear that he will always act in the national interest, and we've been preparing for all eventualities ahead of the announcement from President Trump, which we would expect the UK to be impacted by alongside other countries. We are having constructive discussions on the US-UK economic prosperity deal, but we will only do a deal which delivers economic prosperity for the British people, and we will only act in the national interest. Next headline, and Keir Starmer, he was talking about adolescence, man. The Prime Minister has told the makers of the hit Netflix drama, Adolescence, that it was really hard to watch with his teenage children as he hosted a Downing Street meeting to discuss the influence of toxic material online. So Keir Starmer said that the show about a 13-year-old boy accused of murder served as a torch that shines intensely brightly on a combination of issues that many people don't know how to respond to. But he also warned that there was not a silver bullet response or some policy lever that can be pulled. So Keir Starmer also welcomed the move by Netflix to make the series free, right, available to screen for free in secondary schools. The program has sparked a national conversation about the impact of social media and the manosphere influencers. Jack Thorne, who wrote the show with the actor Stephen Graham, recently said that the Prime Minister would rather urgently consider a smartphone ban in schools and a digital age of consent, similar to Australia, which has passed a law banning children under 16 from using social media. And our last headline, a major incident has been declared by Birmingham City Council over the ongoing bin strike, which has left 17,000 tons of waste on the streets. Let me say that again, people. There's an ongoing bin strike in Birmingham, right? And it's left 17,000 tons of waste on the streets. The leader, John Cotton, said that it was in response to concerns for public health as the authority struggles to clear the rubbish, which has led to the issue being raised in Parliament. Its declaration means that the authority can increase its street cleaning operation and fly tipping removal by bringing in an extra 35 vehicles and crews. Unite Union members have been on an all-out strike since the 11th of March in a row over pay. And over this latest move, bosses accused the council of being hell-bent on imposing its plan for salary cuts and demotions. Residents in many areas of the city said that they have had enough of seeing mountains of rubbish piling up and are asking questions as to why some areas are apparently seeing bins being emptied while others are not. As the strike was being raised in the House of Commons, the government said it was monitoring the situation closely. And that's it for the headlines. Imagine that, Brent. Do you hear that last headline?
No.
Almost a month, so 3 weeks now, since the 11th of March, there's been a strike with all the bin men. So in Birmingham, there's 17,000 tons of waste in the streets.
Have you ever watched live footage of a day without bin collection, and then a week, and then a month, and you've just seen it just piling up? Crazy.
See what I'm saying?
And obviously, That's when you need to realize how important they are.
100%.
You know how valuable they are. That's why I give them every Christmas. I give them a little something.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah. I make sure it's enough so it doesn't disrespect them in it.
How much is enough?
£50.
Okay,
In an envelope, and
that's
just
good,
hand
man.
it to them. Put it in an envelope. Yeah. It's a bit disrespectful to say all that.
That's nice.
Just
man.
something
That's
to get a drink.
good.
And whatnot.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
yes, that's it for the headlines.
Yep.
Let's get into our topic of the day. Yeah. All right, people. Topic of the day. So, Brent, there's 2 clips in there. I think there's some overlap in the clips, but if you can load up the first one, perhaps. I want to do a quick disclaimer and just say I know a lot of people in the community are fed up with Kanye West. I know this. This is not a defending expedition. No one is trying to do X, Y, and Z. It's me just reporting on the most relevant things, right? But also seeing if there are some gems that we can gain from what he's saying. I know a lot of you people like to throw babies out with bathwaters, right? I know a lot of you...
This is so interesting because Terrence Howard, you completely just dashed him out.
Because it wasn't a matter of... it wasn't that serious, number one. And number two, it was maths, man. It's like... It's facts or it's not. You know what I mean? He's just talking and he's just making crap up. But at least Kanye West is talking about something, at least to me, every now and again, about certain things which are important. Funny enough, again, it ties into what we were talking about just 2 minutes ago. You know what I mean? About control and things of that nature. So if you don't mind playing the first clip, I might play some clips on the phone as well from that true YouTube video. But yeah, I just want to hear people's take on this. Are people prepared to listen to him? Or do we just feel as though this is, again, just for his own agenda and things of that nature?
I'm just chatting.
Yes. So that's basically a clip from the interview, which I think was like an hour long or so. What's your thoughts on that, though, Brent? Are you done with Kanye West? I mean, you've been done already. But do you feel like we can learn something from this, though?
What's he trying to teach us?
I think there was just a couple of things. He was talking about, I guess, the hypocrisy of certain groups, innit? Because why is it that, and this is a genuine question that I want to throw to the people. Why is it okay for you to be in certain positions of power to control people, right? Or at least steer the conversation, the types of music, the type of subject matter of the music into particular directions, right? Knowing these are issues that really affect Black communities, right? We're the biggest consumers, or at least we're the biggest producers by far, right? Affect our communities, destroy our communities. Yet the people who make this type of music and whatnot, you push them in particular areas to get the most notoriety and publicity and whatnot, and capitalize off our pain, essentially, right? But then when he has done something to put in your face, something that really hurts you, that's painful to you, that's a reminder of something that you've gone through, all of a sudden now, you want to destroy everything. You want to burn down the whole goddamn building and say that you're a wicked person, you're this and da-da-da-da-da, all that sort of stuff. But it was okay for you to capitalize off the pain of Black people. But when somebody's trying to show you and put in your face the pain that you've gone through as an attempt potentially to show you that, wait a minute, this is what you're doing to us, you know, and you don't care about it. But now you want to be upset about it. Does he have a point there? Or is it just a case of,
Yeah. Same could be said about him.
Okay.
But
In what way?
yeah, but the same could be said about him. I know some people sometimes say, yeah, don't tell me about what he's doing, because the question was, does he have a point? Yes, he does. But the same could be said to him.
Okay. In what capacity, though, when you say...
He done the same thing. The same destruction and degradation of a particular community. His own.
Yeah.
He's been responsible.
Do you mean in terms of his music, or do you mean in terms of what he did after
His
that?
music, his antics, his words, his actions, all of it.
In terms of the music, though, I think he would pretty much maybe say he was part of the same issue. He was being controlled, and I think maybe, I don't want to put words in his mouth, right? But I think maybe that contributes to why he feels a particular way about Jay-Z as well. he sees him as part of the problem. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dame Dash, he says, no, this guy's separate. Plus, Jay-Z didn't even want to sign me. But okay, Dame Dash, give him the props. He's the best CEO of all time. This is what he said stuff in a different interview. And he sees it as Dame Dash said, no, I want to keep this as 3 black men owning this. I don't want to go corporate. Jay-Z wanted to do that. He split up Rockefeller. He's doing the Rock Nation thing and he's doing this, whatever he's doing. But the real revolutionary was Dame, right? And I can see what's going on here. You know what I mean? And I guess he's also talking about the power that he's put onto Kendrick in the same interview. Have you seen the interview?
I didn't watch the interview.
Okay.
I've seen clips.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm going to watch the interview because I think I've seen enough of the 90-minute clips that's been created that summarizes everything.
Okay, cool. Do you have a link to that, by the way?
9 minutes?
Yeah,
No, it's not just one. I've seen several 9-minute ones.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So he also talks about Kendrick. And he says something. He said there's 2 trigger warning people. Big trigger warning. He said there's 2 pedophiles and 3 abusers. Something along those lines.
As in what?
3 women.
As in abusing women?
Yeah.
And Kendrick is one of them?
Yeah. So he basically was trying to say, look at the difference between how certain people are treated. Kendrick Lamar's been accused of being a woman beater. Diddy has, but Diddy's been treated in a particular way. Pedophiles. He mentioned R. Kelly, obviously now is in prison and whatnot. Who was the pedophile he mentioned? I can't remember. There was somebody else, I guess, being accused of being a pedophile. And he's basically saying, look at the disparity. These people are only in prison in particular situations because of certain things that haven't gone along the agenda of the higher power structure. But the other people who are doing the same thing or have done the same thing, are there thriving, pushed to the forefront. Do you get what I'm saying? Why is it that we're okay with Kendrick? Again, I don't know anything about this, so I'm just saying what Kanye West is saying and kind of expanding on it. Why is it that with Kendrick and in that situation, that's okay? You can be the biggest rap artist of all time and things of that nature. And Diddy now is in a situation. And he said this is the whole situation with was it Diageo or something?
Yeah.
And me and Adidas.
Diageo.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Adidas. When we didn't go along, when we wanted to change things up now, this is where you get issues. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Brent?
What's my thoughts on so much? You said a lot of things there. What?
On the fact that it's selective. It's selective. And
about Kendrick stuff?
yeah.
Oh,
and
I don't
Diddy and all
know
that.
if Kendrick beat his wife.
Yeah.
I only heard it on wax, innit? And I don't know if I'm giving any credence to that until there's more evidence. It's so difficult, man. It's so difficult looking to sit through the words from this man because he's a madman. It's so difficult. And he's pointing out things that other people say. So I don't know if it is I should care about him pointing this out because it's already been evident, right?
Yeah.
And when everything was sweet with him, he wasn't pointing this stuff out. Now it's not. He wants to now kick up a fuss.
Did he know though? He might say,
He
well, I didn't know.
He was definitely part and parcel of all this. 100%. 120%. I mean, he's standing there with a reverse Ku Klux Klan outfit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it is that you saw the little meet and then prep when he met
Akademiks.
this guy. Yeah. I think they talked to the lady, some white woman. And again, he surrounds himself with so many people who aren't his people. And why do you think I'm going to be listening to you? Do you understand? Why do you think you are the person to come and wake me up? Do you understand? You've lulled so many of us to sleep.
But then he might argue, but have I really, in terms of the music, College Dropout, Late Registration, all these albums, especially the first 2, were very conscious. You know what I mean? Jesus Walks and
It's
all,
a dope. Is it rubber dope? When I
Is
say
it
lull
really?
him to sleep, you've given us beautiful music, and we've been able to basically be at rest and peace with the music. You brought us to a peaceful place, and now you're the agent of chaos now.
against the enemy.
against us.
No, but
You keep saying it's against the enemy.
I'm trying to articulate him, innit? Like I'm trying to, if he was here, sort of thing, because I think that's his argument. I'm doing this against the power structures, the invisible hand.
So you're saying now he's doing something good for black people. This is what
That's what I think he's saying. No, that's what he's saying throughout the entire interview. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So,
my friend,
let me play something.
Just the week before, and probably next week, he's gonna be walking around with his naked wife. I can't take anything you say seriously about him looking to do anything good for black people.
Yeah.
I can't. Him calling himself God, left, right, and center. I can't. Sorry.
I hear you, but this is why I'm trying to, I guess, maybe take it away from Kanye West, because I think his argument might be, if I spoke about this earlier, or if I was aware of this earlier, I wouldn't be in the position of power that I'm in now. He says, I'm the only one who can do this. Why? Because he has the resources. He's in a position of power where even if they shut him down, the man's a multi-millionaire, you know, hundreds of millions. You know what I mean? You can't, it's not as easy to shut him down. These other guys with 10 mil, or not as much cultural impact and influence, yeah, you can do that too, but not Kanye West.
I have no problem with him exposing all the crookedness that's happening, right? Provide the receipts, do all that kind of stuff. I have no problem with that. In fact, great, lovely, right? So that people can see who he's been hiding behind the veil for the longest while. But there's no way I'm championing him. There's no way I'm giving him credit in congratulatory manner. I can't force myself to do it anymore. Do you understand?
I hear you.
But you can do that. You can take up the baton from me that I dropped and pelted away from me. You can keep running.
I mean, to me, sometimes people who aren't always the best in a particular thing, or who are flawed, can still give you a particular message. You know what I mean? And that's basically how I'm kind of seeing it. This is something he said that I don't think was in that clip.
I want to tell you, by doing it, it's sort of like a magnet where people get so mad and they start exposing themselves, because the Jews, they move in the tunnels. They move where you can't see them. They're an invisible hand, and they'll get like, what they'll do is they'll threaten people. Oh, we're going to take your tours away. We're going to drop your artists. You got to say this. You're like, how many people put I stand with my Jewish people, 3 years ago? And what I did is I stood on it this time. I never backed down. That's my whole thing. That's why I was mad about removing that somebody taught me into removing that Jay-Z tweet, because it was just like, nah, the whole idea is no matter what, I'm not going to back down. So by doing a swastika chain, it then ruffled some feathers. And then I really saw the comparison of me and Puff with the Diageo and the Adidas situation. Yeah. Regardless, if they could have locked me up for taxes and that, they wasn't playing fair. Like, okay, cool, fair deal. You did good, we did good. It's like, no, you leaving with nothing. We have to destroy you. Even though they came and used us to tap into the culture and make money off of black people and people who enjoy black culture. If we said, like, yo, you doing this wrong, you stealing my style, you taking all of my employees, you taking Jerry Lorenzo and making him do my same designs as he's an agreeable Kamala nigga. They started lowering the budgets for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video.
All right, sorry, you just reminded me.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. I'm so disconnected from this stupid man. The whole swastika stuff that he keeps parading about. And blending in with other cultural artifacts. Again, it's empowering these animals. You're giving them flipping ammunition to still look to oppress the people in which you're saying you're trying to help liberate. Do you understand? I cannot take this guy serious.
So when you say empowering the far right, those people who are anti-black sort of thing?
120%. When you have somebody with his skin tone walking around with a white woman on his arm, yes, she's incredibly naked, and he's then supporting the swastika, you're literally giving them reason to be like, all right, then. If this is being said out loud, because he's saying all the quiet things out loud now, right? In between all these bars of quote unquote liberation that you want to basically call it, He's spouting all sorts of slurs left, right, and center.
Yeah.
The same thing that Myron does, the same thing that Tate does. He's in the same ilk. He knows full well once he does this, or he believes once he does this, the attention is coming his way, and whatever he wants to promote, which is his music right now, that's what he's doing. What he's doing is promoting his music so that he gets more money, so he can continue to basically hire security guards to evade whoever's after him. Do you understand? I'm sorry. Good morning, Stacey. Good morning, Ramsey. And let me just bring Goddess back up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thoughts, Stacey, and then Ramsey, and then Goddess.
Someone go first. Sorry, I need a
All right,
second.
Ramsey,
Yeah, hello, what's going on? You all right?
blessed and highly
All
favored.
good,
How are you?
man.
Good. Sorry, just first off, Eddie, hi, I heard you. I just didn't want to
No,
interrupt
don't
the
bring
stream. Hope you're good.
Don't bring attention. He's not able to
Good.
basically, convey his message to the rest of the people. Just yo.
Okay, all right. So I think we're forgetting that Kanye has always been self-serving since the beginning of his career, right? When he sided with Jay instead of Dame, when Jay broke up Rockefeller and all that, he's always done for self. He's never done for anything else. Even though his music seemed as if he was for the people, his actions spoke otherwise. He's always been concerned about how he can better himself. Remember the whole fashion thing he argued about with Sway? He's never really been about no one. Now he knows how to troll people. I think I saw a theory saying that he's doing all of this just to get kicked out of a business deal so he can get out of a contract. He's just doing heinous stuff just to get kicked out of a contract. I don't think anything he does should be taken seriously. But that's me personally. I don't think he stands with no one. I don't think he's done anything. He definitely has something wrong with him since his mum passed away. And he's just been on the down, like just a spiral.
Is it fair to say that he's completely self-serving from the beginning, though?
I don't think it's unfair.
Because he's put out music that has, I think, lifted up black people, especially in the early days.
Yes, we can't argue about the music. Music-wise, he changed everything.
I'll tell you. So he's put out music here that's lifted up black people, at least in terms of the message, right? He's given a platform to artists that I guess the power structure didn't really care for, right? In the public eye, people like Talib Kweli, people like Common, people like Pharoah Monch, right? He's also, during the situation that happened, I believe in New Orleans, he came out, said what most people would never say, even to this day. George Bush does not like black people. He said that publicly, right? Put his career on the line. That doesn't sound self-serving to me. Also, when Taylor Swift won the award, I don't really see what he gains by going up there and bigging up Beyonce. That was the greatest video of all time. He did that. He was banished from the industry for like a year or so, right? He did these things for other people. I'm just trying to present a different view for you. Is it really fair to say he's self-serving and has been this way from the beginning? Or is he someone that just speaks his mind? Sometimes he gets it wrong, granted, depending on what lens you want to look through anyway. But to say he's selfish and only cares about himself, and is that really fair when he has done certain things in his career that could have cost his career?
He's done a couple good things, yeah. But I don't think him doing that thing with Beyonce necessarily means he's for the people.
Why?
I don't think the Beyonce one's a good example.
If Kendrick did that, everyone would say it's for the people. Everybody.
But it's different. It's different.
Why
this is all whataboutism.
Why is it different?
You're bringing up someone that's
because I want us to be fair.
Has constant.
Because remember, this wasn't Kanye West now. This is Kanye West back then.
Go on, I'll let you finish.
This isn't Kanye West now, right? That's had all the other issues that you mentioned, right? The mental health, the mother being, certain things occurring, right? This is back then, right? Where he went up there and said what he was saying. People loved Kanye West. Obviously, no one liked what he did to Taylor Swift. Granted, fair, he should never have done that. But his career was put on the line because he wanted to stand up for a black woman openly. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying to you, if Kendrick did that today, I think everyone would be applauding Kendrick, especially if they believed he was warranted in his opinion that Beyonce's video was the greatest of all time.
Kendrick is loved because of his. Go on, Stacey.
Do you think that this stems from that moment, or am I conflating what you just said? Sorry, I was in the middle of something.
It's me basically trying to present a different view to what Ramsey said about Kanye West being self-serving, always being self-serving from when he basically came to us.
Okay, I'll give my point after Ramsey
Cool.
shares his.
The Kendrick thing doesn't make sense. The whataboutism doesn't make sense. Kendrick's always, even from the first album, has spoken about his people, his struggle, all of that. So he's never really changed. It'd be different. There's so much variables. It's not a good comparison at all.
It's a
That's
perfect
my only
comparison.
point to you.
It's a perfect.
It's not
Like
perfect
literally,
at all. It doesn't
nothing you
make
said
sense.
counted what I said. I literally said at the time, yeah, none of this stuff has happened. This is Kanye West that's loved by the people. This is Kanye West who's done 808s.
Yeah, but he's loved.
This is Kanye West who's done college dropout
purely
and
loved
late
for the
registration.
music. He's purely loved for the music. That's it. He's never pushed a certain agenda.
No, he has.
He's never.
He has because
wait. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. Because hold on.
He came
you're
out.
not
Yeah?
interrupting. You're not making no points.
Wait. He came out and said George Bush, the president of America, the most powerful man in the world, does not like black people. We can't say that.
Are you being dead ass?
Yes,
or
I
are you
am.
joking?
I'm being 100% correct. 100%.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to say to you, yeah, forget the Kanye West that's happened now. I'm saying in the time, which would be kind of equivalent to, I guess, maybe a Kendrick. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to say to you, Ramsey. Yeah, that there's been nothing that people really point to as a negative at the time for Kanye West when he did that. That's the parallel I'm making.
Okay. I didn't get at the first point, but now you're saying at that time when he didn't do much bad.
Yeah, he hadn't done anything. That's why I said if Kendrick did it today, people say X, Y, and Z. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Kendrick hasn't done anything bad, I guess.
If he done what exactly? Remind me. If he done what?
Came out and defended Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
What's your point in that though?
The point is, you said Kanye West has done nothing from the beginning except self-serving things. I'm saying how
he has. I think that still stands.
All right, cool.
Just because you have an exception to what I'm saying.
Can't possibly be using him. I'm going to say standing up for Beyonce in quotes because that's not my feedback from that. But let's just put it in the frame of your context. Can't possibly be using that to make an example of what Kanye has done that is not self-serving. We understand that obviously people do things and stand up for what they believe in, but that's not a testament to the overarching message about how where's Kanye's mind is at when it comes to how he conducts business.
What's I don't understand. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Kanye West holistically up to 2025?
No, I'm specifically referencing how you're saying you're telling Ramsey that if he cannot make the statement that Kanye is self-serving and has been from jump because of your example of what he did when he defended Beyonce on that stage. I'm now challenging you and saying you can't possibly be using that one instance to justify a pattern behavior.
So
Kanye goes out for Kanye's own interest, and even one can make an argument that even in that moment he was still going for his own interest. Beyonce's benefit was just collateral.
Well, okay, what was his interest at the time?
Kanye just wants to stand up for what he believes in. It's what he thinks is right. That in itself is self-serving.
So then, that's
and if he's going to be the vigilante, if he can pay himself as the vigilante to stand up for it, that's still self-serving. That. To me, that's a small. Even if we frame it by your definition, that doesn't speak to the pattern behavior Kanye has had in being literally only looking out for himself.
But again, you're talking about stuff that's come afterwards. I'm talking about before.
No, I'm speaking to your example.
Okay, so again, tell me how he's been self-serving, because what you're saying to me is anybody who talks about something that they believe in is self-serving. Then. If you want to use that as a metric, then fine. Because you literally just said that. You literally just said, well, one could argue that for that Kanye West was being self-serving because he was speaking about something that he believes in. That's what you said.
Yes, but the point that I'm trying to make is I think that the example that you're pulling from that particular period is too small of a competitor to compete with pattern behavior. And I'm
All
not
right.
understanding how you are not understanding that, especially in the grander scheme of this conversation. And I know that your point isn't to advocate for Kanye, and I really hope that you're playing devil's advocate poorly here. But like, it's not funny.
It's not what, sorry?
She said that you're doing a poor job at playing devil's
No, I'm
advocate. I don't like
hoping
how
that
she
he's
talks
doing
to
a
me
poor
like that, to
job
be
of
honest.
playing devil's advocate. No, why? I'm hoping because I value your opinion a little bit
Not too
better
late,
than what
baby
it is
D.
that you're outputting right now. And that's not a
Jeez.
gaslight. I'm actually being dead ass. That's why I asked if you were joking.
The reality is this, yeah. This is what I said, yeah. For me, whenever it comes to anything in life, if we've got a particular argument to make, I prefer that if that thing is true, the truth does the talking. If Ramsey's making a point to say that he's been self-serving from the very beginning, he's always been this way, right? I am saying to you, I don't think that's fair to put that on Kanye West because from the beginning, even if these things benefited him, because it would have, right? Of course, everything's a business, but certain things potentially could have cost his career. And I'm saying to you, he did those things for the bigger agenda. One of the biggest things is when he said George Bush does not like black people. How many people do you know would have done that on live TV to make a call?
Give somebody some liquor, they'll say anything.
So he was drunk during that time. He was
I'm just
drunk.
saying, like that to me.
Why?
I'm
What's the liquor got to do with anything? Like, was he
my
drunk when he said
point in saying that is that is such a trivial like
that? Of course it is.
that's such a trivial
All
point.
right.
In
So what?
no, I'm just like. Can we keep the conversation about like I understand the point that you're trying to make, even though I aggressively disagree, but I think it pivots completely away from what the focus of the entire conversation is. And I don't think it's fair. Like I get what you're trying to do, but I don't think it's fair if the bigger question is asking if Kanye is self-serving to only limit it to a certain time period where you feel like he wasn't self-serving. Like we're having a conversation about the grander scheme of things up until the point of this interview that you brought up as the initiator of the conversation. So I'm just not understanding why we can't get to that part.
I feel like I've explained it like a couple of times now. What I'm trying to say to you, this was in response to what Ramsey said, innit? And I then said to him, if Kendrick did the same thing, people would have applauded him. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I mentioned that is because at that particular time, people loved Kanye West, right? Nobody was calling him self-serving at the time. That's the only point I'm making. If we're going to make points about a particular thing, let's just be factual. Let's just tell the truth because the truth should speak for you. That's all I'm saying. So if
your
Ramsey's
point
correct,
is
beautiful. I'm just showing you the other side of this. From the point that you're saying he went downhill till today, I can give it to you. But to say from the very beginning, I do feel like that's a bit harsh. That's all.
Okay.
saying that he's self-serving.
Yes.
Though I reject your opinion, I am welcome to the fact that you are entitled to it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Now the grander question, not to pivot.
Yeah, speak to us, man. Come, go on, keep going.
I think to the question that I'm reading on the screen about whether Kanye is a visionary villain or very unwell, I think all three can be true.
Okay.
Because I think that in terms of being a visionary, I think when Kanye does say truths, it is truths that a lot of times, I don't want to go without saying, but it's putting volume to things that we all recognize, but are, I don't want to say are afraid to say, but like it's him calling a spade, but it's the wrong messenger. And I think specifically when it comes to the clips that you just showed, I'm not, in no way am I saying we should look past the fact that he is dressed in KKK regalia. You know, like that to me is what makes the conversation DOA. But if for the sake of this conversation only, we focus on just the content of what he's saying, in the clips that you showed, I don't think he's wrong. And I think that proves what we're saying about him being self-serving, in that the things that I feel like he's been screaming, crying, and throwing up about is how the key players in the industry have rejected him and how he's essentially, not to reference R. Kelly, fighting for his life to keep himself afloat, but like keep himself relevant on a business level, on a music level, etc. I think that's what his tantrum is about. But where I think Kanye is what's not clicking for him is that he doesn't help himself. He thinks that it's a strategy, it's a tactic to go and do these things like posting swastikas and calling saying certain things that are racist, anti-Semitic, etc., to try and reverse pull on the strings of these people who are at the top of these industries. And this is not me saying that it's only Jewish people at the top of these industries, to be clear. But that's like I don't understand how he doesn't understand how it's not a viable strategy to get his point across. And I think the only thing saving him is that Kanye has a very cult following. And I think when he talks about how companies are not supporting him, or when you guys talk about how he has the resources to do so many things, but he's unable to because people are gatekeeping him. I'm not saying rightfully so, but I don't think that he's what he's calling out is wrong. I just think he doesn't realize how these things that are happening to him are a repercussion of the things that he thinks are smart. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So to answer the question, he could be a visionary in the aspect of taking the industry by the throat, and because Kanye, I don't see a universe where Kanye's cult following ever cancels him to where he's at a financial loss to where he can disappear into the shadows. I don't think that's the case. I think he becomes the villain in the strategy he employs to be able to get his points across, and how he calls out the industry. And on top of that, he is also very unwell. So it's all three, in my opinion.
Do you feel like he has to be controlled in some respect? Do you feel like the I guess the aspect of him that's unwell needs to be kind of curbed, even at the expense of the other things that you think are worthwhile?
What do you mean curbed?
Like constrained. Keep him somewhere so we don't hear from him.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
Like basically just, I don't know, put something around him so that we don't hear as much Kanye West.
Muzzle
as he would
his
like. Basically, yeah.
Are you insane? No.
Okay, so you feel like, okay, sorry, go on.
I think it's up to us as consumers to use our discernment to recognize that the man is in fact unwell, and use our discernment in how we digest him accordingly.
Can I ask
Which
you?
I think most people have done.
Can I ask you why you think he's unwell? Because the same mouth he used to say George Bush doesn't care about black people and the Beyonce stuff is the same mouth he's using to basically spout what he's spouting now. It's the same spirit in him. So where's the evidence of him being unwell?
Because I think the man is delusional. If you think that you're going to succeed in winning back the hearts of the professionals who have quite literally X you from the industry on a professional level because of what you say and what you do as it pertains to things like anti-Semitism, violence, etc., and you think that continuing to do that will at some point prove successful, all because you call it out as you're doing those things, that is delusion. Surely there has to be a diagnosis for that.
But let's not forget that, because I feel like we're talking about the Black Lives Matter and this in as if he's done loads of good things. He's done a few good things. If we ignore the music, let's ignore the music for now. If we talk about his antics, yeah, when you talk about those two things, cool. Those were good things he done. We can add the Beyonce one on there. But let's not forget, he said slavery was a choice.
Literally.
He said he loves he loves Hitler. He commented on Bill Cosby. He's done a whole bunch of other shit. We're getting we've forgotten now because he's done so much shit that we've forgotten about everything in totality. For the most part, I think he's on 95% bullshit and 5% good shit.
What was that tweet? The DEFCON 3 thing? That he like
the White Lives Matter.
Like, how do you, and that to me, it, again, goes back to the whole self-serving thing, at least of recent, what Kanye has been crashing out about, not to go in circles, but again, to Ramsey's point, referencing where these things were incited, like, there was an article written by a big industry person in Hollywood. Funny enough, he's the CEO of the company I work for, that was calling for all the companies to get to sever their ties with Kanye. And in reading that, because actually my building was under bomb threat in response to this article, which was in fucking insane, caused me to
Wow.
read some more.
Wow.
What do you call it? No, that's not funny. It's actually crazy. But it made a lot of sense. And to me, it's like this guy has been crashing out about these companies who are very justified in severing their ties with him because you think that you're gay and you think that you're right, and because you think that you're right, you think that that justifies all the ways you go about explaining or getting attention in you being right. Like that to me is the medically ill part. Like the fact that you can be a smart man who has some loose screws. You can understand how to get coin, but if you don't understand the very simple equation that's in front of you about why these people are severing their ties, how can I not call you delusional? And how can I not recognize that you are crashing out because people, the thing that was self-serve, you're looking out for yourself and no one else because you're doing it at the expense of inciting violence and using your influence to push messages that are A, untrue, B, anti-Semitic, C, historically just unfound, and they incite violence. How is that not being claimed as delusion?
Let's not forget, he said the in regards to the George Floyd incident, he said the knee wasn't even on his neck like that.
Like, be so for real. Now you're blind.
Well, Candice Owens said the same thing, and I don't know if it is that you think that she suffers from the same mental illness.
Who?
You talking to me?
Candice Owens said the same thing. I don't know if it is that you think that she suffers from the same mental illness.
That as Kanye West?
Yes.
I don't agree with Candace, but I don't think she deserves to be done like that. No, I don't think they suffer from the same mental illness. I don't. Somebody in the chat said, how can an unwell person speak the truth? In specific to Kanye, I think he's speaking the truth about his experience and how he's being treated. But in the grander scheme of things, garbage.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. I hear you.
Damn, I all gagged. Somebody else speak. Ramsey, where you at?
God is.
No, you said it. I'm waiting for a rebuttal from Emmanuel. He's been sitting there. He's been quiet.
No, there's no
God
real
isn't
rebuttal.
in the Discord anymore. He was
Okay.
there. He was waiting patiently, but obviously he was being occupied by the speakers.
It's not a case of
how come you're not attempting to be devil's advocate this time?
No, because I said from the very beginning, yeah, that for me, or maybe we should just kind of see
You
this
disarmed
as.
her. She's so used to basically you pushing back. She's like, it's silent now.
I know your silence is concerning.
No, because I hear what you guys are saying. I've heard what you guys have been saying for a while. But my thing is there anything in this particular interview that we can learn from, that we can gain from? Even if you do say he's self-serving, even if you do say for the last 10 years he's been that way, for the last 10 years he's been more of a thorn in the side of black people than not, right? Is there still something
in the side of black people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, because some people believe that. Some people say that, right? And it's again, look at the examples that Ramsey used, saying, slavery is a choice, and saying, and the White Lives Matter T-shirt and all that sort of stuff, right? These are not things that the black community appreciates. But I'm saying, I'm pretty much saying, is there anything that we can learn from though? Because even if he was trying to pursue his own agenda, are there certain things he was saying that's really true, and that the next generation really needs to kind of take note of, so that we don't fall into the same sort of situation?
I think we should just seek mental health. I think we should seek to better our mental health and seek help, and that's it.
That's it.
I think that the fact that he has all this money and all this control, he's not. No one can really take away from his money, innit? But he hasn't gotten the help he needs ever since his mum passed and things have just been crashing down. I think that was when he had his villain arc.
Okay.
And he just needs help. It's impossible to help him.
I think there's so much more that we can learn from the Kanye thing. I think mental health is definitely a big part of it, but I think we are seeing money, power, and respect and how they intertwine happening live before our eyes. And I think the future generations will have to learn from that. You could have all the money and, you can have all the influence that will give you some sort of power, but those who are respected will move the needle. And when certain people speak, things change. And if you don't, I don't want to say you should always play the game, but recognize that there is politics greater than you at play. And you can feel the way you feel, and you can feel victimized, you can feel wronged, and you could be victimized, and you could be wronged, and you could be suffering through, drastic mental health changes in the midst of that. But that is not reason to go about things the way Kanye did. That's not vigilanteism, despite what he's trying to paint.
I hear you.
I think there's two takeaways we haven't touched on, with this new video.
Talk to us.
The first thing is that the KKK outfit is all leather. Do you not know how crazy that is?
I know it's hot under
So
there.
he's hotboxing himself and he can't see. Because them KK guys had no peripheral vision. Second thing, is he said John Legend smells like mashed potatoes.
Yeah. In fact, thanks for that tee up, Ramsey. Let me play the clip so people understand what it is you're talking about. And also the context as well, because he was talking about Pusha T as well, innit?
I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrity niggas is, if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now with my children or where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Plus your T. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga asks you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a Vic, because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. You niggas is not masterminds. And you niggas should never have ever gone. Look at John Legend, old sissy ass. I ain't never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend, mashed potato. So, no, they say he smell like mashed potatoes. I don't know where I got this from.
No, they used to be your guy though. And like, so all these relationships, they're repairable. Like even the Pusha, the Jay, the like. There's a long list. Even Cardi. Like I feel like, I know you say you want to hurt them, but you might overstep the line where maybe at a point Jay's like, man, I'm cool. Like I think after that tweet, he definitely, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with
a lot of people?
Why would I want to salvage relationships with broke ass slaves and slave herders? Like everybody. So this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl? Right?
Yeah, there you go. What's your thoughts? Was he not saying something of value there as well, Ramsey and Stacey?
I'll let you speak first, Cal.
Oh, all right. I don't know that John Legend smells like mashed potatoes, so I can't speak to that. I don't know about. I'm not gonna call John Legend a slave herder or whatever he said. I don't know what you can speak to. But he's been salty that Kendrick had Super Bowl. He tweeted about it a while ago. It's all just weird. It's all just begging for attention, bro. I don't know what else you want me to say. He also spoke shit about Jim Jones.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well,
let me explain that situation, Jim Jones. No point in me playing it, but basically what it was, Jim Jones had this particular deal with the crypto guy, and he basically said to Kanye West, if you sit down with this guy, he's going to walk you through some crypto opportunity or whatever it is, and I'm going to basically get a cut. But the thing is, he never basically said to Kanye West he would get a cut. He wasn't upfront with that particular thing, but Kanye West found out about it, but he didn't mind. So just by sitting down with this particular guy, Jim Jones got $2 million, all right? Kanye West didn't mind. In a separate situation, Kanye West is basically doing a deal with Jim Jones, or at least trying to get into the whole fashion thing. They want to work together in some capacity. And he says to Jim Jones, yo, all these young guys in New York, right, who are doing amazing things in fashion and stuff, send me a lot of these designs in it so I can see what's good, I can work with it, I can stay in the loop in it. Put it all in a PDF file and send it to me. Jim Jones is like, oh, I don't know how to make a PDF file. Kanye West said, that was worse to me than not telling me about the $2 million. Because he's like, when it came to something else, right, you just didn't want to do anything that could further my thing and your thing together. When it came to your thing, you just gained $2 million. Even though I knew about it and you didn't tell me, I still took the time to have the meeting, even though it went nowhere, just so that you could gain from this. Do you get what I'm saying? So I would rather view, that sort of thing. So that's just some context for people who don't know what you're talking about. That's all.
I think his analogies aren't wrong. I just think, again, I think, like I said in the chat earlier, this man needs to use ChatGPT as his diary and ask you ChatGPT to spit back out in a way that is not just concise, but has a flow and is, in order, and just read it verbatim. Like, I think the analogy, if we take, and this sounds so bad, but if we take the Kanye part out of it, we can understand what he's trying to say. He's trying to say the likes of Jay-Z. I don't want to lump John Legend in there because I don't know what specifically he's referencing in terms of John Legend, but like, you can obviously Jay-Z is going to cut ties with the likes of Kanye because Jay-Z's a businessman. He works with these people who are the very people who are calling for the end of your career because they understand their bottom line and how the things that you say are impacted by that. Outside of the Let me not say outside of, because it's not even outside of, and on top of the personal connection they have to the things that you say, inciting violence and just flat out lying about their own personal histories. So he's going to make a business decision to sever ties with you. But to Kanye, that's being a slave to the white man who is holding the puppet strings. I get the analogy, but again, there's zero accountability in what it is that he's saying. How did he get to a point? How do we get to a point where people have to call for your ties with them to be severed? How do we get to a point where people have to make business decisions that involve whether to keep working with you or not keep working with you? Zero accountability.
Yeah, but why is that necessarily a case of accountability though? Like to him, yeah. To be fair, granted, it is obviously due to what he was doing online, innit? Obviously, yeah. But to him, he's seeing it as, wait a minute, but we've been friends. We are friends. Where's the loyalty? You know what I'm saying? Like, he gives an example of him and Ty Dolla $igns. I believe it's Ty Dolla $igns anyway. Basically, coming up with what he was going to say in response to Kanye West's recent tweets. This was about the Jewish stuff, right? And so he says to Ty Dolla $ign, listen, and they agreed on it, that Ty would basically tweet saying something along the lines of, I'm not racist, but Kanye West is. And that's it. They were both cool with this. They come off the plane, Ty Dolla $ign says something along the lines of, I don't condone hate speech and da-da-da-da, whatever it may be. And he's like, wait a minute. Why have you allowed them to control what it is you say? Do you know what I'm saying? You're my boy. I understand you're in this crazy situation. Fine. So that we don't mess everything up for you, at least say it in this particular way. So that the overall agenda that I'm pushing for our people, I'm adding that in, right? It's kind of, you know what I mean? Not in jeopardy. But you've gone and allowed them to basically dictate what it is that you say, even though we agreed on this half an hour before.
It's not about allowing them to dictate. You can't deny that the people that, I don't want to say that Ty Dolla $ign and those who are affiliated with Kanye are afraid of. It's not about being afraid. It's, again, about your bottom line. And when I say Kanye needs to be accountable, it's the constant victimization of himself without reading the room and understanding how we arrived at the repercussions that he's facing. And I don't think that he should subject others to those same consequences to their bottom line. The likes of a Ty Dolla $ign is in an awkward position because to him, I could imagine, I don't know for sure, that he just wants to be an artist. And Kanye is a great artist. And if they can create some great artistry in collaboration with each other, that's all he gives a fuck about. But he also has to recognize this artistry is his bread and butter. He is a business on top of being an artist. His artistry is what pays his bills. So he also has to be concerned the slightest bit about his bottom line. And he's well within his rights to make the decision whether or not to abide by what's threatening his bottom line or be considerate of what's threatening his bottom line or not. And it's insane to expect people on account of loyalty to take those types of risks on account of your mission that you are passionate about and are going about wrong. And we can't say, oh, loyalty, if they're friends, why wouldn't you ride for your friend? Yada, yada, yada. Like, even if Jay-Z was to do that how many years ago, what position would he be in right now? When Kanye has proven time and time again that he's going to continue doing this nonsense. At what point do you say, okay, again, pattern behavior, I have to remove myself? And it might not even just be financial. It might be I just don't agree with you, and I why am I dying on the line of your perspective?
All right. I mean, I guess for him, he just speaks to the loyalty part of it, man. Somebody in the chat, Shaka Rich says Ty Dolla's sign went missing. No one cared until he popped up with Kanye, and then Ty denounces him. Ty is a snake.
No, I don't think that's right.
But everyone is just gonna say Kanye is crazy. Why do you disagree, Ramsey?
The Ty Dolla $ign. Well, Ty Dolla $ign's done a lot behind the scenes. I don't think no one cared about him. His last album wasn't as good as the one prior, but I'm not gonna go as far as to say no one cares about Ty Dolla $ign. He's written a lot of bars. He's produced. He's done bare shit for people behind the scenes. That's wrong. And he's given us Leon Thomas, who arguably gave us one of the best R&B albums last year.
But
that's wrong.
But that would have been taken away from Ty Dolla $ign's. You know what I'm saying? That whole Leon Thomas thing that you just mentioned. Kanye West
it would have been taken away. But we're talking about someone who Kanye's moving like he hasn't apologized for talking bullshit in the past. He himself has apologized. He himself has been a part of the system when he was with Kim and he was on that reality show when he was pushing this and he was doing all this dumb shit. So I don't what are we talking about? He's been a part. He's been the machine. He's been integral, actually. His wife is one of the biggest cogs in that machine.
Yeah, well, he's
his ex-wife, I should say.
He's against that as well. You know. And
no, he wasn't against that at the time, though, when it benefited him. This is what I'm saying. He's self-serving. This is nonsense.
Well, and you know what? I wish people would do more, just in general, not even just exclusive to the Kanye thing. It's your choice to be wrong, but don't stand on business. It will be. I wonder what the conversation will be if Kanye was like, you know what? I get it. My delivery. Let me not say my delivery is wrong because he's never going to say he's wrong. But why can't he just stand on? He is standing on being wrong, but the way that he's doing it is victimizing himself. Why can't he just call a spade a spade? People will probably digest it a lot more if he didn't just try to point the finger everywhere except for himself. And you can do that and just be like, you know what, fuck it. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about how I deliver my message. I don't care what y'all think about the strategies that I employ. And I know that he's doing that without saying it, but again, the victimization part to me is dismissing that accountability where he could just take accountability for it. And he doesn't even have to be apologetic, but take accountability and just continue pushing the point that we all disagree with.
Kanye's never been anti-establishment. He's been establishment. He's probably arguably the antithesis of capitalism. He hasn't been for the people. And obviously this is going to bring up a whole other argument that you and I need to have. But when you're purely capitalism, it's hard to be capitalism and for the people at the same time. It's a juxtaposition. So he can't now stand and say, oh no, remember guys, I stand with this and, I believe in the oppression of black people, even though I said it was a choice. And remember guys, I'm black too, and it just doesn't make sense. He's only doing it to be self-serving. I think all of this adds to the point that he's self-serving.
Okay, I hear you guys. Fighter Spirit Media, Joshua says, as a people, we need to stop speech policing people and being offended by tone. Does he have a point there, or
no? I think Josh is moving mad.
If we remove it from this conversation, yeah, but if we're talking about it in the context of the situation, be for real.
But I think that's what Joshua was basically speaking to. Kanye West aside, a lot of the stuff he's saying, everyone would agree with. So why do we want to kind of police how he says particular things? If it is that he's going to be able to get the message through to us.
Because he's saying it in a leather KKK suit. Before he even opens his mouth, we already disagree. What are we doing?
All right, cool. I hear you. I guess we can wrap it up there. Just wanted to say, JF in the chat basically disagrees with you, Ramsey. Again, Kanye has never been anti-establishment. What am I hearing? He's been speaking about this since 2013.
Speaking about what? Any points?
Well, I'm just reading out what he's saying. He's basically disagreeing.
Yeah, no, I saw it as well, but I'm not going to argue if I'm not being given evidence. There's no point in responding.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for calling up. Appreciate it. We're going to move on.
Bless.
Thank you. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you, Ramsey. Thank you, Godders. Thank you, Christy. All right, people. So we got some more headlines. Did want to mention though, for tomorrow, just in case you were not aware, in the chat, we want to have pictures up, man. and the mods have been instructed. Isn't that right, Brent?
We're going to instruct them now.
Okay. Well, what are they called? Moderators? Moderators and modulators. Both of you guys, yeah? We need you to basically push the agenda of letting us see everybody's face, man. We want to contribute in a particular way. We want everyone to contribute, rather, in a particular way. If you guys remember, yeah, those who've been with us for about a year or so ago, where was the Shayla's thing? 2 years? 1 year? No, it's definitely more than 1 year.
A year and a bit.
A year and a bit. We had a situation where somebody came amongst us and she had a picture up. All the guys, what's the word? Fawned? They loved her appearance, right? Every morning, first person they said good morning to. Right?
Like clockwork.
Like clockwork, yeah. Big up them guys, yeah. And and basically there was a situation where it got out that this particular person wasn't real. They are real, but their reality wasn't the picture. It didn't match up with the picture, basically, yeah. And Ed said 18 months to 2 years ago. Wow. And basically we had a particular day where we asked everybody to put up their pictures so that we can discuss what occurred, innit? Right? We had 300, 400 people in the chat that day, Brent?
A lot.
All with pictures up.
Yeah.
Everyone liking the video, right? And so we kind of want to do something similar for tomorrow, innit? Obviously, I know it's not as gossipy as that was, and we know how certain people like gossip, our people. But tomorrow is going to be a very informative one, innit? So we want people to put the pictures up and like the video, man. We got a star-studded room tomorrow. It's gonna be special, man. So moderators, please.
So how are they supposed to moderate? What are they supposed to do to be able to govern this?
There's a particular button. It's not the block button. It's another button.
Time out?
Time out. So you need to time out people into oblivion.
Into oblivion means permanently.
You can bring them back. You can bring them back. You know what I'm saying?
No. They can't bring them back. I have to go and
you have to
them
do
back.
it?
Once you time them up, permanent, I have to go in the back end to basically bring them back.
That's long.
The moderator who did it, can't bring them back.
Oh, that's long.
But
So
you can let me show you the options. You can hide user on this channel. You could put user in timeout. You can remove the post. Why are you laughing?
Just reading in the chat. Oh man.
You share the joke.
It was a time, man.
People,
I'm just reading.
The people on not SoundCloud, Spotify, who don't know what you're laughing at.
Yeah, people just saying Shayla Gate. Antonia says all the real beautiful people show face. Where is it? Someone says, "Hi Shayla, we know you're about."
So basically,
Christy said, "I'm warning you all up from now. I'm trigger happy."
Y'all don't have to basically participate, but if it is that you are typing in the live chat, you have to have your picture up. The moderators are going to time you out even if they think that you are using somebody else's picture. They're going to use their discernment. For that particular day, they are going to be discernment up. So it's all a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think the last time people realized just how many wavy people are in this community.
100%.
Men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And it brought everyone together though.
it was a motive, innit? It was a
really
motive, man.
I think a lot of people that came after that don't recognize that the community grew and the relationships between certain people in the chat was kind of fostered
Definitely.
because of that sort of,
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying? Everyone kind of saw each
Joint
other.
trauma. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Come on, people. All right, so next set of headlines. Trigger one on this one. Israel has been accused of targeting aid workers in Gaza after the remains of 15 people, including 8 medics working for the PRCS, the Palestine Red Crescent Society, were recovered following what the aid organization called a war crime. The PRCS said in a statement on Sunday that the group, who came under fire more than a week ago, were attacked by the Israeli occupation forces while performing their humanitarian duties. It said they also recovered the bodies of 6 civil defense members and 1 UN employee from the same area, while a 9th medic remains missing. It named the medics, calling them martyred, and said that the massacre was a tragedy for humanitarian work and humanity. The targeting of the targeting of aid workers, despite their protected status and the Red Crescent emblem, can only be considered a war crime. This is what the statement said. The Israeli military said on Monday that an inquiry has found that troops had opened fire on vehicles, including ambulances and fire trucks, that approached the position without prior coordination and without headlights or emergency signals. Next headline takes us to France, man. Marine Le Pen. She has criticized a court. Why? Because they ruled that she's guilty, man, of embezzlement. I couldn't believe it when I saw the notification pop up on my phone yesterday. But yeah, long story short, she has criticized a court ruling that bans her from running for public office as a political decision and says that she will appeal. The French far-right politician, was found guilty on Monday of embezzling EU funds, and she was barred from standing in an election for 5 years with immediate effect. The decision means that unless she can get her sentence overturned before the 2027 presidential election, she will not likely be able to stand. It feels like this is contrived, man. That they really want to protect Macron, you know what I'm saying, and keep France in a particular sort of lane. Anyway, she said, I'm not going to let myself be eliminated like this. This is what she said, speaking to French TV station TF1. She will appeal against the verdict as soon as possible, she said, with whatever legal avenues I can. She has now been given a 4-year prison sentence, of which 2 will be suspended. The other 2 can be spent with an electronic tag rather than actually in custody. She has also been handed an €100,000 fine. She said millions of French people are outraged, claiming that judges have implemented measures that are reserved for authoritarian regimes. She also added that she was scandalized, indignant, but this indignation, this feeling of injustice, is an additional push to the fight that I fight for them being the voters. But just bear in mind the appeal process may take a long time. Next headline takes us to Myanmar, where the fallout from the earthquake has overwhelmed parts of the healthcare system. The World Health Organization has said that the official death toll rose to more than 2,000, with many more missing. Rescue operations face significant obstacles, including damaged roads, collapsed bridges, unstable communications, and the complexities related to civil conflict. They also said that the earthquake's devastation has overwhelmed healthcare facilities in the affected areas, which are struggling to maintain the influx of injured individuals. There's an urgent need for trauma and surgical care, blood transfusion supplies, anesthetics, essential medicines, and mental health support as well. I'm going to the other set of headlines. Also, trigger warning on this one, people. An extensive search is underway to find an 11-year-old girl after she fell into the River Thames in East London. The Met Police said that it was called at about 1:15 p.m. on Monday to reports that the girl had entered the river near the Barge House Causeway, which is close to London City Airport. All emergency services are forming a large-scale response to the incident. The girl's next of kin have been made aware and are being supported by officers. The London Ambulance Service was also called at a similar time after receiving a report of a person in the water at Lowestoft Mews, which is close to the airport. A spokesperson said, we sent resources to the scene, including the ambulance crew, an advanced medic, an incident response officer, and members of our hazardous area response team. Our crews assisted our emergency services partners at the scene, but were later stood down. Next headline takes us to back home, man. And a convicted war criminal based in Uganda has announced a new rebel movement intent on toppling the government in eastern Congo's Ituri province, creating another potential security threat in the war-scarred region. The formation of the CPR, which is the Convention for the Popular Revolution by Thomas Lubanga, an Ituri native, comes as Congo's faces an unprecedented advance by the Rwandan-backed M23 rebels elsewhere in eastern Congo. The International Criminal Court secured its first conviction against Lubanga back in 2012 on charges of recruiting child soldiers and sentenced him to 14 years in prison. He was released in 2020, and Felix Tshisekedi, who's the president, appointed him to a task force to bring peace to Ituri. But in 2022, he was taken hostage by 2 months, by a rebel group, which he blames on the government and is now based in Uganda. In written responses to questions from Reuters, Lubanga said that the CPR had both political and military elements, including armed men in 3 areas of Ituri. Bringing peace to the area requires an immediate change in governance and government. This is what he said. And then he added that the group has not launched military operations. Now, last headline, officials in France and Belgium have hit back at American efforts to impose Donald Trump's rollback of diversity measures on Europe, which in the US has seen Disney put under investigation. Several companies across the EU have in recent days reportedly received letters informing them that the Trump administration's crackdown on diversity, equity and inclusion initiatives also applies to firms around the world looking to do business with the US government. France's foreign trade minister said on Monday that he was deeply shocked by the US assertion. He went on to say, we're going to have a discussion with the US embassy in France about this because we need to understand the real intention behind this letter. He likened it to asking companies to renounce inclusion policies that are in line with French or European law, such as efforts to promote women's equality, tackle racism, and better include people with disabilities. Since taking office this year, the Trump administration has made a point of targeting long-standing efforts to ensure that people of all backgrounds, including historically marginalized groups such as women and people of color, can gain a foothold and thrive at organizations. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay them bills. What's this on the screen? So Davina says, yesterday's Coronation Street episode was based on unfair treatment in maternity for black women, like what the 5 times more women have spoken about. Black women suffering with abdominal pain and bad headaches went hospital, called by the wrong name, wasn't assessed properly, sent home. Waters broke at home.
Is there more?
Hold up, people. Just reading some comments off the screen.
Ooh, I am liking the likes.
Okay.
Hey, well done.
Big up you lot.
Love that. All right,
Yeah.
let's move on. I think she's still typing.
Okay, cool.
Right.
All right.
Is it People's Journal?
Let's go to the People's Journal. All right, people. So, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. I did want to go through certain things, some key points of the spring statement that came out last week, I believe it was. There's some welfare changes, and I'm pretty sure everyone kind of anticipated this because she did kind of say this anyway. And let me just make you aware of certain things.
I think that's the last message.
All right. Davina also said severe headaches, brought back to hospital, left in waiting rooms, told your kind is built for this. That's insane. They said that on the show. Hold on a second. 1 second, people. I want to read everything that Davina said again, but make it flow. So basically, Davina said yesterday's Coronation Street episode was based on unfair treatment in maternity for black women. Basically, like what the 5 times women episode spoke about, right? She also said that black women were suffering from abdominal pain and bad headaches. They went to the hospital. They were called by the wrong name. They weren't assessed properly. Then they were sent home. Waters broke at home, and they basically had severe headaches. They were brought back to the hospital, left in waiting rooms, and told your kind is built for this. That is insane. Also turns out that she had preeclampsia. She was rushed to emergency C-section, still treated unfairly, ended up hemorrhaging, and rushed back into theatre. This all happened in yesterday's episode, right? Of Coronation Street. That's insane. It's sad because obviously a lot of this stuff is based on real life, innit? But yes, People's Journal. So, health-related universal credit for new claimants, people. This was already due to be cut from £97 to £50 per week. We did speak about this when we first heard about it. From April of next year. That will now not rise with inflation until 2030. Let me say that again. Universal credit for new claimants, health-related, now £50 a week from next year. Right? Used to be 97, gone down to £50 a week from next year. On top of that, it will now not rise with inflation until 2030. Under 22s will now no longer be able to claim the health-related element of universal credit. So if you're under 22, the health-related element of universal credit, gone. Don't even think about it. Also, existing claimants now, so those are the new claimants. Existing claimants, still pertaining to the health-related payments, they will now be frozen at £97. So if you had it already, you kind of, obviously, you're exempt from the whole drop to £50 a week, but it will remain at £97 a week until 2030. If inflation goes up to bloody 50%, God forbid, right, it's still going to remain at £97, right? In those most severe conditions, the government has said that there will be like a new top-up payment introduced. So if it is that maybe your situation changes and is really severe, then they will do like a top-up, I guess, for the duration of the severity of that particular illness or disability or whatever it is that's infringing on people's health. The standard allowance for universal credit will rise by £14 a week by 2030 instead of £15 a week, which was announced last week, well, 2 weeks ago now. There's also going to be, and this is one of the main things that people were basically upset about, there will also be a stricter eligibility test for PIP, so personal independence payments, PIP, which is the main disability benefit in this country. There will now be a stricter eligibility test from November of next year. And I guess this is the reason why people were saying, well, this is what Rachel Reeves and that particular, the health secretary was basically saying, this is how they're going to be able to raise that money. Because by tightening the belt, basically making it harder for people to actually be eligible for PIP, they're going to be saving billions. And that's obviously their point. I did mention this to you guys prior to the election. Taxes will go up, even though they said it wouldn't, and you will see the difference. This is exactly what I said to you guys. You are now seeing it. Economic forecast. The OBR, the Office for Budget Responsibility, has now downgraded the predicted growth for the year from 2% to 1%. So based on all of these decisions made by the Labour government, they're now saying, yeah, we don't see growth going at the same rate of 2%. It's going to be 1%. However, they have upgraded the estimated growth for the next 4 years. So they are saying with time, it may, kind of rectify itself. So they are saying that next year will be 1.9%, 2027, 1.8%, 2028, 1.7%, and 2029, 1.8%. So next year is going to be 1%, but hopefully things will start to improve. This is what they're saying. The Chancellor said that this means that the OBR is predicting that the economy will obviously be larger by the end of the forecast, which is obviously what I just said. So I guess this is why she feels justified, or they feel justified in what they're doing. Inflation is forecast to average 3.2% this year, guys, which is up from 3.6%. So again, just to cast your mind back, I believe Sunak, during the end of Sunak's tenure, they kind of brought it down, obviously, yeah. And now that Labour's taken over, the decisions they're making, how we're spending, things, all the variables that contribute to inflation, they're now saying that the average is looking to average at 3.2% this year, which is up from 2.6%, which was the previous forecast, right? But again, they are saying long term, it will go down. So they're saying in 2026, it will fall back down to 2.1% and then hit the government's target of 2% in 2027. With regards to housing, yeah, the OBR has basically estimated that the changes to England's planning system, which they announced last year, will basically boost house building by 170,000 over the next 5 years, right? They're saying that's also going to contribute to the size of the economy as well. And they believe it's going to grow, at least it will contribute 0.2% of growth by 2030. And by 2035, 10 years from now, 0.4%. And for those who don't know, £625 million will be spent in England over the next 4 years to boost existing schemes to train workers in the construction sector. Also, it is 1st of April, as you guys know, and there will be changes to everyone's bills. I did mention this before. I hope everyone kind of prepared for it. With regards to the water bills for households are due to go up in England and Wales by £10 a month on average. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's £10 that should be in your pocket. In Scotland, water bills are set to rise by almost 10% on average, yeah? With regards to energy now, the annual energy bill for household in England, Wales and Scotland using a typical amount of gas and electricity will go up by £111, right? So that's now going to be an average of £1,849 a year. That's insane. Ofgem, who's the energy regulators, they've increased the energy price cap by 6.4%. For those who don't know, this particular cap limits the amount that suppliers can actually charge us for each unit of gas and electricity. It can't cap necessarily the total bill. So if you use more, you're obviously going to pay more. So bear that in mind, guys. But it will put a cap on how much they charge per unit. So without this particular cap, what it's saying is we'll be paying far more than this projected 1.8 K a year. Car tax as well. If your car was registered after April of 2017, the standard rate of tax is now going to rise by £5 to £195 a year. But obviously, the exact amount for your road tax is going to depend on the year that your car was registered, the type of fuel that it uses, all that sort of stuff. With regards to broadband, phone, TV, council tax, all that sort of stuff, basically, long story short, guys, everything's going up. Everything's going up from now, from April, right? From today, going up, right? Obviously, it's going to depend on your providers. People who are supplying you with your particular phone, line, broadband, TV, whatnot, yeah? But most e-mobile SIM-only customers are going to be seeing 6.4% increase. Virgin Media broadband customers are going to be seeing a 7.5% increase. Check with your providers, people. There might be better deals out there. I was speaking to EE maybe last week. I can't vouch for how good their broadband is, right? But I was looking to upgrade my thingy. And they were like, listen, if you get the broadband with us, you can basically get 5 additional lines or something for free, all unlimited, plus a couple other things. And they're saying that it won't go up basically by an amount that you don't know. It's going to be fixed from now on. So every year you pretty much know how much your bill is going to be. So for those people who feel that might be a better deal, it might be something to look into. The annual cost of TV license is also going to be going up by £5 to £174.50. Council tax, in England, council tax could go up by 5%. In some areas, the government have allowed bills to rise even higher than that. Council tax in Scotland expected to go up by 10%. Wales could jump up to 15% in certain areas. It's all a joke, people. There's more to this, but I'll be honest with you. It's just more bad news. I'll be honest with you. Just more bad news. It's just so much money being spent on so many things. You won't see the difference. I'll be honest with you. Your belt will be tightened. I'll be honest with you. They're going to put more money into defense spending. I told you that, guys, last year. They're going to put more money into Ukraine if that don't get sorted out, and we'll be the ones suffering. I'll probably tell you a bit more tomorrow, man. But actually, tomorrow's a different day. Like the video, subscribe and whatnot, people. We're on the road to 10K. Tomorrow, videos in the chat, please. Sorry, pictures in the chat, please. Like the video and whatnot. But yeah, everything else is just more so about defense and overseas aid, how much money is going to be put into that, public services, how much money is going to be put into that, or rather taken from that. 10,000 civil service jobs are expected to go, people. 10,000 civil service jobs expected to go, including staff working in HR, policy advice, communications, office management, all of that stuff. 10,000 jobs. All right. Anyway, I don't want to be too much of a bearer of bad news, but that's pretty much it for the People's Journal. Yeah, let's get into the wrap up, Brent. Okay. All right, people. It's been a good show, man. It's been a good show. We spoke about a lot today, Brent. We spoke about a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about the interaction from the chat, man?
Yeah, I loved it. The sentiment shared based on the question asked. I love the responses. Can I go up to see who put thumbs up? I'll have to run the video back. But I think whether it was thumbs up or thumbs down, there's a level of investment there anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the most important thing that we do here every single morning. When it is we plead for y'all to like the video or share the video or jump on Discord, it's for y'all to muster up enough interest and care to get involved.
Yeah. 100%.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter really that it's 1st of April. It doesn't really matter. It could be any day. It could be the 1st of December.
Yep.
The fact that you all shared that care and concern is the most important thing.
100%. Thank you in the chat. Yeah, you guys just reminded me about that other diabolical decision that Sadiq Khan made. Blackwell Tunnel, 7th of April, I believe. Next week, Brent. Gonna pay £5 to go through the Blackwell Tunnel. Each way. I believe it's £5, yeah.
So that just means, never mind. That's a fair conversation.
It's oh man. I just don't know what else there is to do, you know.
I know. I fully well know. And when it is we're able to load it up, then things will start to change. But don't worry. Don't you worry.
Yes, guys, remember you have a voice and you can do certain things, man. Remember during the elections, we were saying Sadiq Khan will do the same things. We need to vote. We need to vote. We need to do certain things. Even if you don't believe in the voting process, vote and then be able to say that you did it and you don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Because now, look at us. It's going to be more expenditure, man. We need to be more invested in the goings on in this country. Some of us have different approaches to our overall betterment. But either way, like Brent's saying, regardless of what side you're on, be invested in your future, man. Be invested in the future of our people. You know what I mean? And TDA, TMB is one of the forums that we want to give to the people so that we can all come together and talk, all dialogue, all learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Fighter Spirit Media. He said, before you go explain the hoodie. There's nothing more. There's nothing to explain. Just a hoodie for the FOI, man.
It's on the tin.
Nation. Yeah, it's right there, man.
It is what it is.
100%.
All right, so the show's finished. Obviously, because it's still the beginning of the show.
We did, Brent.
But in reality, though, if it were real, like, why would you begrudge me doing that? Because I give a fair argument to say, on the day of the live show, we're not going to know who is buying that percentage, right? Obviously, we would love for all of our people to take up ownership of this thing that is going to be the biggest thing these shows have ever seen.
Yep.
Right? But we can't guarantee that that's going to happen.
That what exactly is going to happen? That people are going to invest? Yeah. I believe in the people, man.
I believe too, because we've already seen it.
We've seen it.
We've seen it. And I fully believe that there are those who've already invested, they're going to be investing more. I think a lot of the things that we say here, it's one thing us talking, it's next thing us doing, and then them seeing it and then being moved because of that. And that's why I keep saying I hate people just talking and not doing stuff in it. I hate it. Just so people are aware, today is the 1st of April, and that means April Fool's Day, right? This swashbuckling, handsome gentleman in the FOI hoodie decided to come up with this idea that he was going to basically put you beautiful people through the ringer, right? And I said, let's go with the one that makes more sense, right? Like, Esther's left the show. Can you imagine? I said, let's go with that verse, right? She's sick and tired of the misogyny, the rampant patriarchy that's displayed on the show every single day. And she said, enough is enough. I'm going back home. I'm going back home. And obviously, as you all know, Esther is our MVP. Sure, she's my MVP too, to be honest. Not just the show's MVP, not just TMB's MVP. She's my MVP. And for her to make that particular decision, it would have taken a lot. But look who sat in that seat, as comfortable as ever. Look at him. he can do anything. Through him, anything is possible.
No, but Brent, the reality is though, yeah, there has been many discussions though, right, about people being interested in investing and taking up the entire thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though it's a bit of a somehow, there's a lot of truth that was still put in there to see how you guys will respond to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's the main thing was who was holding on to that large percentage, and 120%. There's nobody before the live show that's going to come to me where I believe that they're agent of chaos. That I'm going to be ceding any equity to them. Doesn't matter how much you say, 100 million. I don't care. Because remember, after a certain million, the rest doesn't matter. I don't have that capitalist mindset. You do. You do. I don't care how much money you throw at me because it defeats the purpose. And the same thing on the journey towards this particular point, right? Even before we launched the first campaign video and all that kind of stuff, I've been asked questions about when I am going to exit. Right?
Yep.
Because this is the natural course of things. When are you going to exit? Shut your mouth. It defeats the purpose of building this legacy platform. It defeats the purpose. I'm going nowhere. It will be given to my sons, my daughters, my nieces, my nephews with that same particular vision. It must be kept away from those who look to harm our flavorful community. Always. Even in the shares that we have, there are what is it? There's not fine print. It's fully bold and big. If you're going to be selling it to anybody else, you have to give us first refusal.
Yes.
Give us the opportunity to buy it first before you go and give it to somebody else. So no, it was never ever going to happen. But anyway, I still see those who were putting on the thumbs down and not investing. Don't worry, you have opportunity again. Don't worry, there's so much more bloody stuff to come. Oh my gosh, when you'll see. Don't worry, there's gonna be so many more opportunities for you all to be able to have ownership, to get stake in this particular beautiful thing of ours. So many more opportunities. But I think we've done enough foreplay for tomorrow today.
Indeed.
The chaos ensued it's a heads up to what you should expect tomorrow. Now, bear in mind, when I say that, it is 100%. Everybody in the room is going to be peaceful. They're going to be, as Iman said, sharing knowledge and all sorts of interesting pieces of information. My money is on Joshua to be the surprise victor. Whatever topic you could attribute that to. I do believe he's going to surprise a lot of people. He can also walk out of here being hated even more. I have faith in that, for him to be able to be both of those things on that same day, 120%. Black Rob, it's going to be very interesting. I want to see what mask he brings. Right? Obviously, he's gone with the Doom one. So we think he's going to bring that. But it might be one of those bunny ones.
What bunny ones?
The eyes wide shut ones.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Because he couldn't get anything last minute. You understand?
Yeah.
Obviously, he said he's just got married, he got no money, so he might just go on Amazon, get a little, little thing that he has to hold up like that. I know Ramsey would love that. Ramsey was very disrespectful to him, Ramsey basically called him a pussy.
Oh, in Discord.
Why is Ramsey so on to him like that?
It's a shame Ramsey couldn't be here at the same time, innit? So they can have their face off.
But the thing is, I think that Ramsey could have him,
What do you mean?
That's exactly what they said.
Yeah, what capacity?
Any? Pick one.
Come on, Ramsey.
Pick one. I don't think he's just angry for angry's sake.
Ramsey's skilled.
At what? Being vexed?
Martial arts.
Martial arts?
Martial arts.
I think that's a lie.
Okay.
They're still on the April Fools, isn't it?
All right.
I think that's a lie. I don't know about that. But Ramsey was very disrespectful. And I think it's edging Black Rob. I don't know, he likes to, say that he's the what was it? What's the word? He can feel nothing right? He's emotionless. I think he's already caught feelings as it pertains to Ramsey. I think he wants to basically punch him up.
Nah, man.
Not physically, though.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah. I think he wants to embarrass him, like verbally.
What could they debate on that would both of them come strong to the battlefield?
Probably something to do with like women.
Okay.
Because you know how Black Rob, you know, Marx calls him Black Tate.
Oh man. Oh man.
Once he has his mask on, he's all right. He will go. He will go. There's nothing stopping him.
Right.
Because there's no consequences attached to what he's saying. But therein lies the lack of confidence, you know? And Ramsey could use that.
Yeah.
Ramsey could use that. But I think I've heard enough from Ramsey, to be honest, to know that he can handle him in all quarters. All quarters. Doesn't matter what quarter you pick. He will handle him. 100%. 100%.
Come on, Ramsey.
Alas, Ramsey's not going to be there. But he'll be in Discord.
Unfortunately.
He will be in any opportunity to come and malign this young man, disparage this young man, he will take it. He will take it.
It's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one. I feel like the conversation is just gonna bounce from so many,
it's gonna go everywhere,
different places, man.
Yeah. I haven't even given Andrew a heads up as to what he's walking into. Yeah. Marx doesn't know either.
Okay.
Like he'll come in and it's like, what's going on there? And then he will hear Crusaders, Kemet.
It's gonna be powerful, man.
And Mark's gonna turn around and see this boy with his mask on. He's like, what are you doing? But very, very, very soon he's gonna be like, this is the best day of TDA. Let's do more of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. But my money, like I said, my money's on Joshua. I want Joshua to come true, show his dexterity, show his range, and still make comments like there's no such thing as racism.
Boy.
Yeah. I want him to flip the table, and I think he's just gonna do that without needing to. You know, I don't think he's a performer. Black Rob with the mask, well, you know, it is what it is on the tin, isn't it? Does that mean he doesn't and he can't stand by what he believes? Is that what it means?
I mean, that's an argument. There's
At
an
some
argument
point,
to
are
be
you going
made
to
for
say,
that.
take off the mask so I
Me.
can see your eyes?
Me.
Yeah. Look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you.
You never
like,
know.
oh, the mask is distracting. What are you gonna say a bar?
Remember, I'm coming there like I do every day, to be fair. Just to talk facts, man, and just be nice and bring the community together. I never attack
kumbaya
first.
bollocks,
No, because I
man.
never attack first. Everyone that you've seen dismantled by me, right,
This
has
is
attacked
such a
me
lie.
first. What?
This is a lie.
Who have I attacked first?
You remember when it is? Well, you don't call it attacking.
Okay, talk to me.
You know when you do your polygyny stuff. You don't call it attacking. You call
How
that.
can that possibly attack?
This is what I'm saying.
To inform people about African culture.
This is what I'm saying.
Why
So
supremacy is
even though you
working.
may not call it attacking, people were attacked. They felt attacked.
Yeah, I guess so.
100% they felt attacked.
That's diabolical. We ain't gonna be talking about that tomorrow, though.
Nah,
Hopefully
nah,
not.
nah,
Come
nah,
on,
nah.
man.
I don't think anybody there coming there is on that tip other than you.
Good.
Yeah, man. But it's gonna be a good one. Gonna go all around the house. And like we said, do not complain in the chat about the conversation because we really warned you. Who's coming, what we may be talking about, and who would be allowed in the live chat. Right? So if it is you're just gonna come to see some babes and some handsome men, then cool. Come true. But don't complain about the topic that you're listening to. Do not complain about anything that's said because we don't want you. If it is you want to leave, you can leave. Anywho, we've said enough.
Also, if people got questions about, hopefully anyway, like when we're discussing certain things, people throw in questions.
There's
you know
going to be
what
better
I'm saying?
questions. The Discord's going to be open.
Yeah, good.
And whilst I'm here, obviously, and you at the day after TMB, I can put the question up. And then obviously it's read and we'll do this and that. But there's going to be a wealth of knowledge in the room.
I wonder how long it's going to go for.
Well, I will be leaving at the time I need to leave. So hopefully I'll already set up what I need to set up so that I don't have to be switching.
Cool.
So you can do that automatically. But, sorry. My computer keeps on messing up. Who's Ed? What is he saying? Don't worry, Brent. Peacemaker Iman will be charged up by Andrew, and the chaos will. Yes, he will be charged by Andrew. Andrew is that everlasting bundle of energy and fuel, isn't he? Because he's a walk-in electro something or the other. He's bringing knowledge from the ancient times.
That's it. Real knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying? Not the. Yeah, let me stop.
I think last time he was threatening to talk about a couple of things. One was the elder stuff, right? African spirituality stuff.
Okay.
And the other was the truth about Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I am going to make sure and throw that into the mix whilst there is Black Rob and Joshua, who is on the side of the Christ.
Do you know what the funny thing is here? I feel like everybody, what makes this conversation so good here, hopefully anyway, is that everyone, I think, will agree with each other in different things. But everyone will also disagree with everyone in the room on certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you think you're going to disagree with Andrew?
on particular things? Probably. I think so. Probably.
Okay.
But that would be it. Yeah, I feel like everybody would. But I think that's what makes it so good. I'll probably agree on far more, you know what I'm saying? Far more. But yeah, I feel like everyone has their own mind, innit?
I think I know what everybody will agree on other than you.
What?
It will have to be about the honorable or the master, Muhammad.
Okay. About the nation.
Yes.
Yeah, but everyone's gonna, because obviously people have their own religious beliefs, innit?
That's when you have to basically turn into a different beast and be swinging.
No, as long as, again, there's no ad hominems and people being disrespectful about certain things.
I think there will be disrespect and it will be thinly veiled.
There needs to not be.
And then you start thinking, you're not thinking critically. That's an insult. You're calling them stupid. You're calling, and then Black Robert's going to fight back with the same bars. And I see Joshua doing the same thing. I see Margs openly saying you're dumb. Not you, but he's not going to be jabbing, them subliminals. He basically saying, nah, it's a bunch of stupidness.
Okay.
But at the end of it, obviously, this is what TNB is all about. We're not a monolith. We don't all think the same. But we definitely come together against the ops.
True indeed.
True unity, man.
100%.
True unity. We handle this stuff indoors, in the house. But when the ops are out there, we come out in numbers. Obviously, Black Rob looks like he'll come up with his mask on too.
Yeah.
Confidence levels are not there.
Not there.
They're not there yet. They've never been there.
Don't worry, we'll pop up Brother Black Rob.
Yo, I even think when he comes, he might be like, can you not have me on camera? I tend to go home with it. I tend to go back home.
100%. Nah, you can't do that.
You can't sit and listen to this. Go back home.
Yeah, facts.
Because we've even allowed the mask.
The mask.
Just about.
Yeah, man. You can't be doing off-camera talk.
But here's me talking. I'm behind the camera fully.
Yes. All right.
I need to go.
Let's go.
All right. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Got something special.
We'll be starting prompt tomorrow.
Don't lie to the people.
So that we can get the headlines out of the way.
Don't lie to the people, please.
I'm not lying to the people.
You are lying to the people.
Listen, man. We're not late. The train is always on schedule.
You could be as hopeful and optimistic as you can, but you're definitely lying to the people.
The time that we start is the time that we're meant to start.
Can you imagine?
You know what I'm saying? Just be there ASAP, people. Have your pictures in the chat. Greet everybody. Let's spread that brotherly love. And let's just get into the scholarship, man.
I like that. The scholarship. I'm not gonna title it that though. I've already got the title.
Oh, is it?
I've got the title.
Oh my goodness.
I've already got the title.
Oh my goodness.
But I like the scholarship, man.
But yeah, it'll be it's a good discussion, man.
Yeah.
But yes.
All right.
People. Peace.
Peace.